Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. Tonight, I am joined by these wonderful people.
Hello.
We are the Chaos Agents,
Wow.
and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That's what's up.
I like when you call
so
us,
excited.
I like when you call us wonderful people more for some reason. I don't know.
All right. So we got a big show to get through tonight. Thank you all for joining us. I want to jump right into my love of Gordon Biersch and Amy. Amy and Gordon Biersch, my two loves.
Where would you rate them together on the same scale?
On the same scale, Amy's a 10. Amy's a 10. Gordon Biersch is on the scale.
And Gordon Biersch played as well.
Gordon Biersch played as well.
It gets the we're having it.
You know, it is my favorite Biersch.
Nice.
It's my favorite Gordon.
What about Flash Gordon?
Nope. Stop.
No, I'm
Gordon Ramsay?
Queen did the music, so I'm.
I could tell.
Yeah.
He saves every one of us.
Jeff Gordon?
Oh, I don't know. The commercials are pretty funny when he rips people around.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Another Super Bowl.
should we stop talking about NASCAR?
We haven't gotten to the movies yet, so.
Yeah, we did. Flash Gordon. That's the film.
Oh.
There's something cool.
That was a show.
All right. There is something cool at this table. There are 3 sets of Birds of Paradise dice.
Yeah.
Right now, it appears that they are gearing
As
up
they fling.
for a Kickstarter.
Hey.
And they are asking for your input on stretch goal dice. So if you head to the Facebook group, if you type in ! Birds, I'm sure it's already done.
Probably.
There is a link to their Facebook group. Join the Facebook group, go to the albums in their photos, and look through and figure out which birds you would like to see as stretch goals.
Totally not
So-
loaded dice either.
Yeah.
Find your paradise today.
Totally not.
Paradise Vereen. This is extremely painful.
It looks it.
I'm sure it is. With like a beef fork crunching in there.
I've almost got it.
That's big.
Did it work?
Won't sacrifice
I
me.
said there is one bird I'd like to see made into dice.
Yeah.
Very good.
I
looks
think
like the
she-
Would that be the 1 or the 6?
Hey, there it is.
It has to be the 6.
Yeah.
There are 22 pieces of inspiration in the Book of Inspiration. Just throwing that out there.
It's coming.
You guys, thank you for donating last night. Role play heavy episode, a little bit of combat in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, a little lightning bolt went out.
Just
Little.
one. Just one little. Just 5 level 3 lightning bolts.
She was still standing with 1 hit point. We
That
were
was
all like,
insane.
Yeah,
I
what?
was very surprised.
If you didn't catch it live, you can catch it on VOD here on Twitch, or tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. it will be available for you to watch on YouTube.
8 a.m. Pacific time.
Yes. And then on podcast, it will be scheduled for a specific day that I don't remember.
Saturday.
Saturday. You can catch it on the podcast.
There it
Call of
is.
Cthulhu goes up on Thursday. Natural One goes up on Saturday. And Chaos Agents goes up on Sunday.
When does Movie Talk go up?
Ask Amy.
All the podcast listeners are like, duh.
Sorry, podcast listeners. I have to catch them up on what the schedule is on the backside.
How did I do?
Podcast?
Yes.
We may need to look at those actual numbers and days. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right.
Stay tuned.
For those of you listening on the podcast, please consider downloading this episode, hitting that download button on your program of choice so that we get a better accurate of our viewers.
Thank you so much
Listeners.
for being a fan.
I'm so sorry for what you just experienced.
So one of the things that we are suddenly having to deal with is the fact that we had 12,000 downloads in January.
Talk about first world problems.
Yeah. So Spotify was a huge portion of those, and I imagine if you are listening on Spotify, you're just kind of streaming it as you get in and out of your car, and you may give us 5 downloads, but only download 1. So if you download it, it just gives us a more accurate count of our community. So please consider doing that. Thank you so much.
By saying our numbers, much like our egos, are inflated.
Much worse than that. It's probably my mom hitting download like 10 different times. Thanks, Mom. Probably it.
Yeah. So this show in particular gets a lot of downloads.
Oh,
Very excited about that.
thanks for clicking.
Thanks for thanks for
Thanks for staying with me, guys, while I carry this show.
Hey,
Yeah. Your back is clearly hurting you.
clearly.
Nord Games has a Kickstarter going on right now. If you put in !Kickstarter or !Nord Games, you get our affiliate link to that Kickstarter, and that helps us out when you back them. Both are cool things to do. It is an
killing it.
alchemy, enchanting, and crafting source book. It's going to be awesome. I mean, you know, we got the settlement book, so good. The PDF, we don't have the book yet. We have the PDF, 486 pages or something like that.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, Andrew worked a ton on that. So check out the Nord Games. They're great partners. We'll have them on the show, I think, very soon.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Now, it is 7:08. Let's do some bits before we get to the recap, and then we'll do the recap, and then if we need to do more bits, we'll need to do more bits.
All right.
Friends don't let friends do bits.
There are 4 left over here.
Depends what kind of bits we're talking about.
Just show me your hand.
Yeah, I got you.
There.
4 bits to everybody.
Man, shoot good, yeah.
All right. Then we have
Nothing.
Ruckus, get that duel.
2,000 bits.
I got very nervous.
Is this
Me
autocorrect?
too.
Is that
Any
what
appropriate name?
Should I just read 2,000? Oh, I see. I get it. Yep. 1,000 bits from the Hefner to the players.
Hey,
Oh.
okay. Thank you, sir.
And 1,000 bits from the Hefner to me.
Yep.
Hey.
There it
There
is.
it is.
I imagine that Hef was happier with Ted after last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Well.
actually, he said the cult is no longer angry.
Oh,
It doesn't
that's
mean
not
that
happy.
it's happy. Yeah.
That's true. Ted has to swing that axe again. I think.
All
Gotta win
right.
him back.
We have 500 bits from Duke League for the players.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Over there, and 500 bits from Squirrel on the Run for the players. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Ezra's
Rachel. Thank you.
favorite Twitch user for real. All right,
Faux real.
So real.
let's not do that again. That ran into
Show
mine.
Gizzle.
Yeah. Subscribe for 12 months in a row, just recently, I think.
That's
Yesterday,
amazing.
last night.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so now we're going to jump
Mind blown.
into the extended recap.
I appreciate the preface.
Previously,
Snyder cut.
Feel my pain.
I can feel the thoughts like building in everyone's mind all right now.
we're talking pretzels, right? Pretzels? Schneider pretzels?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
What else would he have done?
He's literally twitching.
I didn't mean anything.
Previously
What's the
on
question then?
Chaos Agents, the Foxy Irregulars took a job for the Immaculate Guild of Octopeers.
Ooh, we're
How
going this
far
far
back
back.
are we going?
This is extended. I don't even remember this.
That was already
Exactly.
happening.
That's right.
It seems that the Guild of Octopeers needed help cleaning out an abbey on an island that would be perfect for octopeering. And it just so happens that a pirates gang had just ransacked the island, and it would be a perfect opportunity to finish off the cultists and claim the island. So you guys, you landed on the shores and wound your way through a beach with hundreds of skeletons, eventually making your way onto the island proper and clearing out the ruins of the abbey. As you were there, just as you discovered a secret door, a female approached by the name of Trace.
She was a pirate.
Pirate. Yep. She described that she had infiltrated a specific pirate gang led by Admiral Colton and was stowed along on their journey to come here looking for information to find her missing girlfriend. With her help, you wound through the winding way, full of traps and magical constructs and each other which did damage to you guys. Even
Doesn't sound like us.
You were really pissed. I remember that because there were multiple doors.
Stop dropping doors on me, Ruckus. Trace did it. Drew did it.
I have an idea.
Eventually, you did find your way to the vaults, where you discovered 2 sets of Octopier's armor, some gems, some gold, some fabric, and the map that lists previously uncharted islands that the cult of Mammon had taken over. You then started your way back to Waterdeep while working on a copy of the map, and you promised Stace that you would help rescue her girlfriend.
Nope, we promised Trace that we would rescue her
yes,
girlfriend,
that you would
Stace.
help. Yeah, I did that to myself.
Yep.
You played
We've all
yourself.
done it.
And because it was the autumnal equinox when you went back to Waterdeep, you decided to go into the woods and get high instead. Or before.
Like you do.
Before.
Before.
With Trace's blessing.
She stayed on the ship
Yes.
You're lost.
and drew a map. All right.
We got high and naked, by the way.
I'm getting to that.
The word heroically is not in there somewhere.
Yeah, you
High
heroically
Yeah.
went and got high in the forest.
Yeah.
Such heroes.
So
We're legendary.
Put this in your book.
this is months ago. Anyway, so you, the effects of the mushrooms were quick and actually spiritual. Uzo flashed back to his childhood, where a woman named Medusa helped him uncover his other senses, or develop his other senses, in order for him to survive on the mean streets of Waterdeep. We saw him being taunted for his inability to see and read. Remy had a vision the day you met Barden Thorn, your future captain. You were a deckhand on a ship and raided by privateers. You immediately took to arms, fought bravely, and impressed the captain that he offered you basically a role on his ship.
And dinner.
And to take you under his wing. Andraste, your vision was slightly different. You did not flash back. You flashed to present day of your village, where an elven family had moved in to one of the homes. And you can see the beginnings of the elves returning back down south to repopulate the forest. You then went over to a section of the forest that was once wiped out by the blights, and the druids already working and bringing back saplings, and the lush forest coming back. At that moment, Lyra tried to tell you about a god, and the patron of Uzo, and was unable to. Later on, thinking back, you did match up the words her mouth were trying to say with the word Behemoth, if that's how you say it.
Bahamut.
Bahamut is Bay.
Bless you.
Ruckus, your vision back to your childhood, reading an elvish book, and 3 individuals, a man with a sharp black goatee, a woman next to him, and a half-orc with a cleft palate, came into your home and purchased a map off of your father. The very same map that you found in the aisle at the Abbey.
Dun dun dun.
We then saw you the next night as those 3 individuals came back, murdered your family, and burned the house down. And an elderly, or not an elderly, but the captain of your guard, an elf, kept you from going in there and saved you that night.
Love you, Rufus.
Then, with the removal of your amulet of non-detection, because you all woke up naked, the devils then were able to find your location, attacked, you fended them off, you returned to your ship to find and set sail, and then found devils had infiltrated your ship and killed one, maybe two of your crew.
After charming Uzo.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. He attacked us.
They attacked me, thank you.
I wouldn't put it past him, really.
The captain ordered the ship turned around to hopefully rescue the crew, and you managed to save Jensen. However, Barry 1 did not survive. He was not called Barry 1 then. It's like saying World War I.
Yes. The Great Barry.
Yeah, the Great Barry.
That's like an excellent pie.
Nah.
Oh, I gave up.
Yeah. I'm like, he's a cobbler. He makes shoes.
Pie jokes.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
That movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. Okay.
I'm not bringing it up.
It's just giving cobblers a bad name. That's what it's
Okay. So you then thinking that your tavern may be in trouble, went to your tavern to check up on it. Uzo, opening his mind to see the thoughts inside, and found individuals ready and waiting for you. You entered, attacked, a massacre happened. Squeal was there to help revive Andraste, and you eventually succeeded in dispatching all of the... These were not devils, these were humans.
Mercenaries.
And mercenaries and other things.
Sounds to me like they were assassins.
Yes, you did discover notes on them, I believe, indicating who not who hired them, but who they stole a note from of your location. Lots of cults now, at this point, vying for your soul.
Lucky me.
With notes to kill you guys first.
Would be the smart way.
Yes.
They would have to do that.
Yes, they would. And it didn't work out so well.
You then...
Fed the corpse of one of them to the animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Lord, we did.
Yep. You had
Good times.
you almost failed to get back onto your ship later because you had
Because
forgotten the password.
You forgot the password, too.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't.
Forgot again.
Codpiece.
Knew it when I would hear it. And you guys eventually then did set sail with Barry 2 in tow, and finally made your way to Electrum, the island that had the grand resort and prison of the Cult of Mammon. A lot of
Sounds
recon.
like a good moneymaker, actually.
Yeah.
Grand resort in prison.
I think Trump Tower has probably some holding cells underneath.
Whoa! Wouldn't surprise
You
me.
don't say whoa
Which
with
one?
facts. Okay, possibilities.
Those are on the border. Anyhow,
You then did some recon, kidnapped somebody out of
Donovan Johnson.
Donovan Johnson. You did kidnap him. He
Glad I
agreed.
didn't kill him. I was going to kill him.
You guys
really
made a
glad you didn't
deal.
kill him.
However, he was unable to convince Stace to escape with him without everyone else joining. So you did then have to go aboard and purchase the freedom of Don Johnson.
so glad he's free.
Me,
I really am.
Me too.
All of the animals came out of the bag and stayed in a room for no reason.
I choose all of you. Wait.
You then managed to get to the holding cell with disguises, sneak about halfway across the island before being shouts of alarm rang up. You sprung into action, killed the dockmaster,
Brought him on board.
brought him on board. Kipling had already stolen the book, thanks to Uzo, and you set sail. At which point the multiple trebuchets started shooting boulders at you.
Here's where it gets good.
This is where it gets good. Ruckus decided to jump up and use his body as a shield
It's my favorite
to protect the ship. However, he missed and just flew past the boulder.
He did cast shield, too.
Yeah.
I'll figure out how to make that a perfect system. We'll figure it out.
Fell into the shark-infested waters.
Which we didn't know were shark infested at the time.
Uzo found out.
Back out really quick.
Yeah. when Uzo called out for help, the shark answered, "Oh, prey in need or weak prey."
Food.
Fish
Yes,
are friends,
food.
not food.
Yes.
But humans are fine.
Sharks eat fish too.
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mostly.
He was quoting Finding Nemo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Like the greatest movie of all
I've
time.
never seen it.
It's like the 18th greatest movie of all time.
Oh, right.
We'll get there.
Top 20.
It's a long recap, and we still might get in there before 7:30.
Maybe. Let's go.
You then lots of shenanigans happened in the water. Ruckus died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yada,
wait,
yada,
wait,
yada.
wait,
We
wait.
Splashed around. I forgot
Way to
grab
bury the
ship.
lead there. Yeah, both of you forgot to grab the fucking ship.
I thought in my mind, should I put my feet to this? Should I say I should do that? Nah. And anyway, I die.
That's how we learn.
Yeah.
We live and we learn.
or we die and we learn.
As the back and forth of the ship trying to get away from the 5 cannon that were firing the 2 trebuchet, the ship sailing away, you reaching it, you not getting on, you deciding to go and fight, you getting injured, people jumping in to save you, tossing a body overboard to distract the sharks. Meanwhile, the boat still sailing. I mean, again, it'd be hard to turn a boat on a dime. A ship, in fact.
Andraste was going to try, though. there was a moment where she almost was like, we're doing this.
However, you knew that the damage to the sails would soon be too much for you to even get away.
Yep.
And you would be sitting ducks. Not everybody knows that. You brought...
Remy did.
Yes.
And Andraste looked at the sails and
So
knew.
Uzo and a number of people brought Ruckus's body up on board, where Donovan Johnson was able to cast a spell because he's a necromancer.
Gentle repose.
I'm sorry, what? A what?
Because he is a necromancer.
Just trying to raise a family.
Yeah.
Pretty easy if they're all right next
My
to each
axe
other.
and my shield and your brother.
The movie talk.
Meme talk. All right.
That's a meme.
So you then, Ruckus, went to hell.
You know, happy.
The ninth level
I'd
of hell,
expect
in
that.
fact,
I knew it.
where you had a conversation with Asmodeus, who recently had made a deal with the entity pretending to be Dendar. Discovered some accounting irregularities in the contracts that is on your soul.
Clearly he needed Ted.
I'm about to say, he had a good accountant.
He indicated that you are free and clear. He then did offer to tell you everything, should you stay and have dinner.
Did he insight check him?
That's what I
No.
forgot.
No.
Trusted him. I saw the look in his eye. Or I didn't.
Andraste, angry but with a purpose, went and rested for 4 hours at 2 a.m, then got up to cast Revivify to bring Ruckus back. She felt the power of Lyra going over her just as his soul indicated he was not ready to come back. Where he then had dinner, Orc was on the menu, and
How did they cook it?
Poached, apparently.
Yeah.
Poached. Interesting. I would have guessed sous vide.
Asmodeus told you a story. He told you things that, thinking back, make a lot of sense. Who was responsible, how it happened, and asked for your help in destroying the archdevil Mammon. He made a deal with the entity pretending to be Dendar, or claims to be Dendar. And when Dendar is freed, at this point, I believe he said his sister would be released, Tiamat, from hell.
Yeah, that was about my look, too.
However,
Seen how I was at dinner. Barely ate.
didn't even touch the banana split.
Such a waste.
I want to retcon one thing that I tried to take it with me. It didn't come, and I went, no!
If you would have done that, I said you would have woken up with the banana split in your hand.
Yes.
My proof.
So, some other things happen. You may want to fill other people in as we get to that.
Please.
I got you covered. More than you think.
You woke up ready to go back, and Uzo was there asleep by your side, waiting for you, embraced. Then went and got Andraste, who had tossed her own room asunder.
She doesn't handle strong emotions very well. And beat the ever-living shit out of her own hands.
And then returned to see Ruckus alive, pacing in his room, waiting for...
To die again. The second Andraste.
And
It's almost like you know me.
eventually you got to the point where you wanted to hear the story of what happened and what Asmodeus had to say. You asked for Remy to join you. You approached...
That's not quite what happened.
Okay.
I said we need to get Remy in on this. We need to get Remy in on this because we don't want to have to tell this story more than twice.
I would not be telling Remy the story at all, so it wouldn't be me.
I mean, that's fair, but he should be part of this. So I'm going to lean over and whack on the wall the side of my fist as hard as I can to wake Remy up.
Listen, since we're in a flashback, we should probably go drag him out.
I can go drag him out, sure.
While we are in this moment, do you all remember the first time that I saw my magnificence?
Right.
I do.
Well,
How far back do we want to flash?
not that far.
You projected it on a wall.
Not even close to that
Let's
far.
sit in that moment for a minute.
Let's not flash at all.
He heard us.
As
you were retrieved and brought to a door inside.
I open it up. I open it up.
The three of them are standing there.
Cloud of smoke around me.
Of course.
I needed that.
Ruckus, you're alive?
Hey, Remy, how's it been?
Looks over to Uzo and Andraste. What happened?
It's a bit of a story. I tried to cast Revivify. It didn't work, and then he woke up just a few moments ago.
I needed a little more time.
Yes, he said no.
Yes, because I needed a little more time to be
Out of
dead.
the way.
I run up at him.
Yes, yes.
I jump up and grab him around the neck. Ruckus, I've missed you so much. I saw you die.
There's a theme of this going around. I'm gonna reluctantly pat you on the back, but then it kind of becomes like a grip. I'm glad you saw me come back too. Please get off. Please get off my chest.
I've missed you so much I could absolutely kick you in the bollocks.
That would be great if that did not happen.
But I won't, because I am your crotch friend.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, buddy.
And I
I try and sucker punch him in the nuts. But I stop right before I get there.
think it's best I get down now.
Okay.
Uzo walks up to break the camaraderie. As I am sure this is an enormous weight off of your conscience, Captain, I believe you have a story to tell us about your time beyond the grave.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot we need to discuss about. Well, it all began when I was a small boy.
Skip to the end.
Oh, okay. Asmodeus,
I want to hear that.
I do too.
a tale for another time, or a one-shot maybe. But it'd just be a kid dying. Oh no, kid's family dying. Anyway. Anywho.
Does he turn into a superhero?
Yes, and here he stands.
He does.
I won't tell you whether he does or does not hammer a jewel into his face heroically. You know.
That was almost Ted. Well done.
Was it?
Jensen disease.
Jensen disease, man.
I'm gonna have a talk with him. He should die next.
Excuse me?
But only so he can be immortalized. I'm gonna shut up. This is not the point of the sentence. Asmodeus invited me to dinner in my death when the sharks killed me.
I'm sorry. you went to hell.
I did immediately. There was no purgatory. There was no glimmer of light. It
I'm
was
sorry,
straight fire.
anyone who's surprised.
I high five her head.
Exactly.
Well, I imagined I'll probably see you there.
Oh yeah, yeah. No white light. Fire.
What did he have to say to you? Who are you to Asmodeus?
That's an excellent question.
Well, evidently, I think a day prior to this, if I died, I would have been his property, or at least my soul would have been. So now, I'm not. My soul didn't belong to him anymore.
Why? Who?
He sold it.
To?
I believe the man who calls him the entity that calls itself Dendar, right?
He sold
Yep.
it to Dendar?
What?
Yes, I
No,
just...
wait. Asmodeus did not take my soul
Right.
because he sold it to, or someone else bought it from him, or sold it.
It's to Maman.
Because there
Come
was
on.
because
There was clerical errors, and they were
there was
pointed
clerical
out.
errors.
Oh.
A truth told long enough became, or a lie told long enough became belief. Your soul is never
Oh, was that?
found, never given.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So then, yes, he just clerical error. Totally thought he had my soul.
Who told you this?
Asmodeus? At dinner?
The Lord of Hell told you this and you believe him?
I'm still not entirely convinced that this isn't some sort of dream revere that happens when you die.
Or is he another devil?
Why would I imagine hell? He showed me my father. I don't think I would have gotten that anywhere else.
What did your father look like?
He looked great. He looked really good.
You got to see him.
Taller. As tall as I remember, I guess. I guess I was the taller. I'm sorry, what?
Was your father in hell as well?
No. He didn't know where they were. Yeah.
Ruckus, when you died, Uzo wanted to speak to Dendar and used Kumara to do it. During that time, we found out that, at least according to Dendar, you were in fact sold. And that Dendar had made a deal for your release from hell.
That's along the lines of it.
Somebody sold your soul to the devil. The devil himself. Capital T in the devil. If you
Well, one of the.
Capital H himself.
The gods trade our souls around like currency.
One thing that you did discover, we're told, when a soul is, when a contract for a soul is made from any of the archdevils, it also belongs to Asmodeus.
Mm.
So Maman is the one that claimed to have a contract with your soul. Therefore, Asmodeus believed he had a contract for your soul.
So they're pyramid schemes in hell.
I mean, where do you think pyramid schemes come from?
True.
Yeah, okay. We've learned a lot today about pyramid schemes.
The entire island of Electrum is a pyramid scheme.
Oh my god.
But he said that Dendar bought or cleared up your contract or cleared it or something. What else did he say about Dendar, about all that happened?
There was one more thing. Sorry.
No, entertain. I've only been dead for a little bit.
I'm sorry. It is pertinent. Dendar said your mother sold your soul.
That's funny.
Did you have any siblings?
What does that have to do with this? I mean, yes, I had one younger sibling.
Were they in hell?
He said he didn't know where they were. He didn't have them. They weren't alive. They weren't in hell.
I was
where they were.
told by Dendar that your mother sold her children's souls.
That's rather interesting.
That is the lie that Asmodeus said that Mammon told.
Well,
And that the high priest of Mammon spread it about.
trying to remember everything.
No, I got you,
Malcom
man.
Quinn was the originator of that.
All right, then I'm going to stick with the frustration about knowing little sister thing. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's not the truth exactly. And I relay a thing to you.
Okay. And what makes you believe any of it?
The fact that I really couldn't have imagined it. It all felt so real. He knew. He knew too much, is what it felt like. It lined up with what... I mean, it feels like it's lining up with what we've spoken about, and I haven't clearly retained this before my death, so...
Sorry, Ruckus, I had to bring it up.
It's fine.
Well, and also, my spell wasn't what brought him back. I cast it hours ago. And his soul said no. He wasn't ready yet.
But I saw that chance to escape. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Did you now?
If I had to see an opening to an exit, yes, I did. What was I going to say no to?
Anyway,
Why did you stay?
you wanted answers.
I needed answers. This changes everything. This changes my goal, my vendetta, and this changes our course from Baldur's Gate to Mammon. It changes even if we... It lines up to me. And I think if there's a chance that the so-called Dendar and Tiamat get released at the same time...
I'm sorry, who?
That hasn't happened.
Sorry, back that up.
Who?
What?
Ahead.
Yeah, because that is revealed when I go into the sleep with the fog.
No, it came up with us.
I thought... Did I wake you with that?
Because,
So-
because Bahamut isn't able to say his name, and so...
Dendar had basically confirmed it later on with you, but it did come up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Flashing back is hard.
It's a weird flashback into this room, man.
Sorry.
Back to the flashback. All right. What was the question?
Why are you believing a god or a being that you've seen when it's proven that they manipulate us to their wills? How are you are not being puppeteered right now? Telling you things you want to hear, confirming your biases.
I mean,
I challenged Asmodeus myself.
what?
At the end of that, I told him if he's lying to us, if he's betraying us, if this is misguided in any way, and I'll get there. But when we do break out Dendar, that's what he said in the conversation. So-called Dendar.
Wait, we're breaking out
who is he?
Dendar.
Okay,
Asmodeus.
you keep saying so-called. Who is he then? Did Asmodeus tell you?
He did not. Really just so-called. So it might be not the real Dendar, but someone just taking up his mantle, his name.
Didn't he say it?
I don't...
We've got the name at one point.
I remember,
I think
actually.
when I visited him, when I threatened him, I said to know who they were.
But he wasn't able to say. That's part of the
He
term
wasn't able.
binding.
Yeah, and he confirmed it through not speaking. because,
Confirmed it later,
Right.
yeah. We came in and said the name Bahamut. But I think Asmodeus said it to Ruckus.
He said Bahamut. He didn't
Yeah. That's...
say... Is that
that's-
Dendar?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go.
Okay.
Come on! All right. Yeah.
So I think to get the timelines
Back in order.
This
The
is so
multiverse.
DC.
The
Oh man,
multiverse.
I know. Oh man, this is Back to the Future 2 now.
I like DC.
We will come back to that because Uzo has more information to share as well.
Okay.
However, we fast forward to a rest where Uzo is sleeping in his quarters and has a vision and speaks with his patron. A lot of things were revealed, which we will come back to in character in a bit. You, in your emotional state, because there's a lot of information happening there, you cast, without knowing, major illusory terrain. And fog envelops the ship. Inside, outside, everywhere. Andraste sees that it is a magical source and not a true fog. The crew freaks out a little bit. Kipling runs to the front to try and get a view of any further out from the ship to protect the ship. And Andraste casts Dispel Magic, at which point a small dinghy bounces off the front of the ship. You thought you saw someone in it, but then the dinghy approached and there was nothing in it. It was ropes were thrown to bring it on board. You cast, what spell was that?
Detect Evil and Good.
Detect Evil and Good, which tells you if there are undead in a 30-foot
There's a whole list. I was looking for
Yes.
Fiend, but found Undead.
And you walked forward in the ship where you did, in fact, find undead. You traced it down a level into the quarters of the crew where you had seen a puddle of water and a crewman walking towards you.
Not a crewman, one of the people that we rescued from Electrum.
Yes, one of the people that you had rescued from Electrum, who was glowing as undead.
So I grabbed everyone and said, "We have a problem. We need to go deal with this now."
And you cast Turn Undead,
I did.
and it chose to succeed in its save.
Yes, which concerns me.
Now, let's roll initiative.
Oh, jeez.
I've been awake for a day.
Hey,
Listen, we'll figure out this timeline thing. As we're stumbling down the stairs, we're gonna get this up. We'll get our story straight. I love you.
We'll get
Okay,
it.
I'm very confused.
Oh, you
but
guys
I'm glad you're back.
No, you got it all.
Yeah, no, basically, like the short version is Bahamut is Uzo's patron.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
It was all in the episode. I'm not revealing anything
I know,
new.
but
I think
one
we will
dude has
get
a
there.
mustache.
Yeah, I want to get there this way. Thank you, though.
if you'd listened to me when I told you all of it.
I forget
Warren.
a lot of things.
Who's
I feel
up?
it.
19.
19. Remy.
19.
My turn. What do we go? Dex?
You guys choose.
Hold on, I'm also 19.
Everyone chooses.
Oh my,
Ruckus.
oh my God, I'm 14.
No. What? No way. Shut up.
So who goes first? Well, you go first.
Yes, please.
White,
Before you go first, we have 1,000 bits from the man who supplied us our dice jails.
I've already got one in there.
so does Ruckus.
This is staying closed. This killed Ruckus.
Seriously, we need to go and like throw it in the bay or something.
I need to burn it.
Rav Starter Burner.
Hi,
for,
G, thank
for
you.
Tiana Tuesday.
Hey.
One over there.
What?
One to
Thank
Warren.
you. It's Tiana Tuesday and Mayhem Monday, apparently.
We'll get Warren Wednesday.
You have to be here on Wednesdays.
Oh.
I like it.
All right. So, if you look at the map, the ship, this is the inside of your ship. It's the Ghost.
It's a raid.
I took a photo for Twitter and I forgot to
To post it?
replace it with the,
Person?
yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, so basically,
Andraste points, that's a ghost.
yeah, well,
I
and,
would
and,
not
and,
have been that close.
and they,
By the way.
Well, to get down, will you want to be in the next level up?
No.
You in the next
So
level
I
up.
imagine like a longer corridor, but if it's not, like, yeah.
This is your ship. So
Because I did, like, say if you can hear us.
this is
hold.
your quarters. If you want to be back in your quarters,
No, I came down with Andraste. But I was not up, yeah.
you want to be next to Remy?
No.
You want to be at the door to your?
I'm fine where I am.
So,
You want to be my other crotch buddy?
so basically, I cast Turn Undead, and the ghost like popped out of it for a second, so we all saw it, and then snapped back in.
Ooh.
So there's a ghost in that person. Try not to hurt them.
Oh my god.
The person that the ghost is inside.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
So Remdrastezo is first.
Oh, it sounds like a monster.
Remdraste again.
Since we all know death means nothing anymore.
I very much beg to differ.
Now, did you cast Shillelagh
I did.
last time? Yeah.
Did.
No, this is scientific. Let him test this.
Are you going first?
No,
Okay.
please.
I'm going to skewer I'm just kidding. I guess we're missing one of these guys. I'll wait for the music.
So I've been reading these books. I've been in Elvish called The Witcher.
What?
And
Okay.
there's wraiths in
Sounds awful.
it. It's it sounds like it should be a pretty good game, board game.
Board game.
A board game.
Like Dragon Chess.
Dragon chess.
Yes.
Give a penny to your warlock.
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
What's a penny?
Oh, Valley of
Is it like a
Waterdeep.
nib? Give a nib.
Give a copper. That scans better than nib.
Toss a nib.
All right.
It's getting more
So-
funky.
Toss a copper to your witcher.
It is your turn.
Okay.
There is a crewman in front of you that you know is possessed.
Okay.
It was one of the people that we rescued.
I didn't throw
Not
it.
a crewman.
Yes, one of the people you rescued. Sorry.
That may affect his
You were going to
decision.
put them into work to get to Baldur's Gate quickly.
That'll be fine.
I will rush up, drawing Kumara, spin her around to where I have the pommel here, and just go right for the happy sack.
All right.
Using Booming Blade.
Okay.
Using blade with the pommel?
It just says
Don't you
make an
have to
attack.
pierce?
It just says make an attack.
That's
All right. So you
feel like
run
this is-
up there and get this.
We don't know who this person is, right? It's just a stowaway that we happen to get.
Not a stowaway.
No, we brought them on ship.
Yeah.
We rescued them from
you recognize
Electro.
them.
From the jail. We have no idea why they were in jail.
Yes, we do.
Dude, they didn't want to be a cultist.
Everyone who didn't sign on with Maman was in there.
Or they could have been a murderer that the cult is like, my God,
We gotta put this
murderer
person
in.
away.
This guy's so
I'm sure that's how the cult would handle it.
Like, not like
You should
weigh
go
them
to
down
Baldur's
with weights
Gate.
and chuck them in the ocean.
Everybody in a cultist prison is innocent.
A cultist prison, probably.
So it's non-lethal
Okay.
is the idea.
Booming, non-lethal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see how that. It's just
Give me a
2d8. It's just 2d8.
Vasectomies aren't lethal.
Sorry, that's it's gonna be over 20. 1 second, let me get to my actions.
It's okay. It's going to hit.
All right,
Over
there
20,
we
it's gonna
go.
hit.
There we go.
Is this person wearing
Yes,
any
23.
armor? Can we tell?
No, they're not.
Let's
They
see
do
what
have a
happens.
cultist robe on, though.
Can we tell if it works on the person or the spirit?
We're gonna find out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 19, 24 total.
And that is magical damage, yeah.
Yes. Well, it is damage from a magical attack.
Right. What was total?
24.
25? Somewhere in that neighborhood.
19
All
plus
right.
6, 25.
All right. So
25.
you run down the stairs, flip Kumar around, up into the bits, and you see this person's eyes just cross, like, and you think maybe you see balls come out of their mouth. as
From Hot Shots, right?
as he falls to the ground, and in front of you floats this spectral visage, this like water dripping off of this disgusting green haggish hair. And now that everyone can see it, please everybody make me
Uh-oh.
I don't want to do this.
wisdom saves.
Uh-oh.
Super good at those.
Nice.
25.
All right, you succeed. You'd be like, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
This is
10.
Whew, okay.
I've walked across the surface of the sun. I've seen events so tiny and so fast you could hardly be said to have happened at all. Sorry.
Sunshine?
No, stop doing that. Yes, reroll.
Manhattan?
Watchmen. Yeah!
Sweet!
You don't want to just add.
Oh, that made my day.
You want to add a d6?
I'm
I
surprised.
didn't know if it would work. I don't know what. Do you think it would?
I don't know what we're dealing with.
I'm not gonna. I'm just,
Get the most
Ah.
you gave me 2.
I'm in lesbians with
There we go.
19.
All right. So,
19.
Yeah. So you are about to turn tail and run when you get this sudden energy thrust back into you, and you.
Turn and run.
Yeah. No.
I back up.
Okay.
23.
Yep.
This is in character 6.
We will re-roll
Wisdom
that
save.
happily.
What is?
I'm okay.
If he doesn't have
I'm
to run
afraid.
away,
I am afraid.
I would rather
Roll
you
it,
not run
re-roll it.
away.
Trauma. Remember Tony Stark in the third one?
Yes, one of the better ones.
No.
All right.
What?
Yeah!
Re-roll it.
What do you mean? You want
You
to
want to use it? You want to use the yellow?
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
It's really
It's so bad.
No, you seen 2? You seen the second one?
Okay.
Yeah.
A bunch of nothing?
Whiplash is great.
The movie.
I want my board.
You,
Plus what?
you can't add while you're talking about movies.
It's 11.
All
People
right.
cause problem.
You are frightened. You want to move away from this thing. You will not get close to it.
If he leaves
will-
the room and comes back.
I will read the exact thing. No, I won't. Where is it? Why is it not on here? Frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Going to those stairs would put you closer.
There's,
I don't want to.
Anyway,
There's my
on
room.
your turn, you will be doing something.
Okay.
Does he get to re-roll at some point during his turn?
That's happened
No.
before.
Really?
It happened in the... What?
Yes, you can.
I was going to say, it's just at the end of each of his turns.
This happened in the mitten to him, yeah.
Yep.
I've been dealing with a lot of dragon fear lately.
She teleported us in the
So
middle of the open
everyone who
field.
did make it is immune for the next 24 hours.
All
Or
right.
the next 24 seconds, probably. So,
I'll get that team.
Andraste or Uzo.
Do you want to go?
I did want to back up with my
So
movement
you
a
have
little bit.
got 5 feet of movement?
That's it?
Yeah.
Come down from the stairs.
So
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Well, I
Want a
started
bonus
at the
action?
stairs, right?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. So 25. Do you want to do anything else?
Nope. I should use my bonus action, but I can't.
Okay.
All right.
so
Didn't he get to
as
disengage, so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity?
No, I attacked.
Swashbuckler.
Oh,
Swashbuckler.
I played one and I forgot that.
so as Remy comes down the stairs, he does the hilt under the ball sack, and the guy passes out almost on cue. Uzo whirling his shillelagh. The guy drops just in time for Uzo's twirling to stop and come down hard over the head of, or attempt to, over the head of this ghostly figure.
Okay. Oh, the ghost.
So he moves up to it. Yeah.
Actually,
He's hoping that Remy moves out of the way,
okay.
Which he did.
which he did.
Yeah.
But it comes painfully close, and that's going to be a 21.
21 hits.
And then there's a 1d8 plus 5. That's 7 damage with the shillelagh.
right.
And as he does that, he backs away 10 feet.
Okay.
Your move, dead man. Here I am. Here I
Yeah.
am. Take a swipe.
Rock him.
Take a swipe.
7.
Yeah.
So, Aya, as you move to go away, it will attempt to attack you.
Yeah.
It will reach out and touch you.
Reach out and touch.
For a nat 20,
All right.
so that is 30 to hit.
Okay, that hits. What kind of attack? It's a melee attack.
Yeah.
It touches you.
Warding flare. I'm gonna warding flare it. Thank you. I
Hellish
forgot.
rebuke. All right.
Kick him.
It's a nat 20.
I've got full
It's a
health.
nat 20. That's going to hurt.
I've got full health.
You'll be a hero.
27.
27.
To hit.
Uzo.
To hit. To hit.
It's not a crit.
27.
To hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
D-
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
you.
And thank you.
15 points of damage. That was not even
So what
average.
exactly does he do?
He does a withering touch and does that necrotic damage to you.
As
Just touches you.
the necrotic touch comes up, Uzo reaches out to his hand and stares him in the eye for a hellish rebuke as the flames engulf his hand and
All right.
engulfs him
What
for...
type of damage is that?
Ooh, I'm not entirely sure. Give me a second.
so.
Hellish rebuke. It is a fire damage.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5d10. 11, 9 is 20, 23 points of damage.
All right.
So 7 and 23 does 30 points of damage to this guy as he backs away.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Does it look like it took all the damage from that fire?
It does indeed look like it took all the damage.
Excellent.
Andraste.
All right, I'm gonna look at it and hold up my holy symbol and say, "You don't belong here," and cast banishment.
Oh. Oh.
Charisma saving throw.
He will choose to succeed.
I don't know. Can it?
Charisma saving throw?
Charisma, yes.
That is not one of its things.
You can't banish me.
19.
Succeeded.
All right. Did not need to use it.
What did you just do? Tell it was pretty. Do some damage to it.
You don't tell me how to do
So
my
yeah,
job.
so you reach out and you basically say, "Go to hell," and it goes, stares at you and just looks at you, and it's just like his hair whips around, just dripping. And
Okay.
right now you see puddle of water spreading out from around it. Looks slippery. Ruckus,
Boom.
you
Wow, it's
cannot move closer to it.
Fair enough. First animal.
Yes!
Oh, tan bag of tricks is what I said in my
Okay.
mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard
Anyway,
it.
tiger came out.
oh, it's about to get crowded in here.
What's the tiger's name?
Nothing. We haven't named him.
We haven't named most of the
also
towns.
have a tiger.
Tony. It's
Okay,
gotta
so
be
you gotta
Tony.
use
I agree.
I
have a
say,
tiger.
what's
Anyway.
the tiger from the jungle?
Use the
Book?
lion.
Oh,
Sure.
the actual lion?
Well, this is a lion.
That's a good one.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
female one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I believe they call those lionesses.
Lionesses.
How far? You can throw it right next to him.
Yeah, I want to throw it right next to him. I think he attacks on the next turn.
Mr. Angel Food Cake,
Wisdom
you know
saving throw.
Grow
What?
Mr. Angel Food Cake.
The magical beast? The magical beast would listen to it if he said kill it, right?
It has a frightening or a horrifying visage.
14 plus, wait, what, wisdom? 15
Yep.
total.
15 total. It cannot move closer to it.
From that?
It is frightened,
Wait,
but it does have.
A D8 or a D6 to it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. 15 fail.
4. Nice, 18
All right.
total.
Yes, it succeeds. So it is about to turn tail and run
Literally.
when it is ready to attack next round.
Fight my battles for me.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's
Yeah, I
in its
believe so.
space, right?
So that was your action. Are you going to do anything else?
I want to action surge to cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Okay. You have disadvantage on the attacks.
Oh, never mind. I'm good. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna
Wait.
wait this one out. Actually,
Do it
you know what?
He can run out of the room and come back, right?
That's
No,
not how frightened
no.
works.
No? Okay.
But if you are done, you do get to make another save.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
That was a journey.
That's 13. It was. It went around. It went around. 13 total.
Yeah, that does not succeed. You're
D6
still, you're
would help me. Would it
Would a
Probably.
D6? Yeah.
at 13? Yeah. So yeah, wisdom.
Yeah. Let's add a D6 to that. So 13 plus.
4 again.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you.
And now you're
Come in.
immune.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you for the bits.
Yeah,
Yes. We appreciate you very much.
we love your
Just
bits.
as a technicality,
Yeah, G.
if he left the room, he's no longer in its line of sight.
So he
so
would
he would
no
lose.
longer have. He wouldn't lose.
He wouldn't
but
have
he no
frightened.
longer has.
He would still have frightened, but he wouldn't have disadvantage on attacks anymore,
Okay.
which doesn't do any good because he's not in line of sight of it.
But if it floats through walls.
Frightened's weird.
All right.
Okay.
I choose you.
Oh, it's
Just because
go.
he can't see it doesn't mean he's not still scared of it, is the point. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
I'm imagining like him running around, gathering
So-
himself, and then being like, "What am I scared of?" But I guess that's not how.
It is
Well,
going
he
to
rolls the
move
save, right? That's how
Yeah.
that
and
works.
just kind of
That's
floats
basically how it went.
there.
Oh, what?
You think I had to learn a year and a half? I don't know.
We're always
yeah.
learning in D&D, that's for sure.
It makes me feel comfortable.
I can count.
Okay, we're all learning our different things. Common and Elvish, different.
Okay, so it looks over and sees the cleric and reaches and moves into you. Please make me a charisma saving throw.
This is the thing that I'm not good at.
Real quick, was my booming blade
Oh.
transferring over?
Oh, no.
No, it was on
No, it
the
was
body
on-
itself.
yeah, it's on the
Okay.
body.
Shit. This is
Just
the thing
making
that
sure.
I'm bad at. Nat 20 card me.
This is no fun. You get a Nord Games luck card, 1d6 after making a saving throw. Where was that?
Need
Like?
that in a
know.
second.
But you also get 1,000 bits from NGC 457.
Hi,
Our
Seth.
very own Seth.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Thank you.
We don't own Seth, but you know.
He's ours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, yes, I made that charisma saving
Yes,
throw.
you do.
Seth was in a one-shot
He
for
was.
us, right?
Yeah, so he's ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking to his sword.
So that is a 24 total.
Yeah, that was
cool.
pretty cool.
That's no fun. Really, it's no fun.
Actually, I'm not bad in charisma. That's one of my saving throws.
When he goes in and he gets violently expelled, does that count as like an attack of
Just like,
opportunity?
get out.
All right.
Beat the crap out of him on his way out.
Well,
You're not what I want in me. Go away.
that sucks.
What do you want? All right.
So it wraps its arms around you to basically it tries to engulf you, and you push it away.
Do I see it? Do I register it's trying to possess her?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And it is sent back to that space where it is at, and its turn is over. Top of the lineup.
Take that.
Out.
Go.
Yeah. Out, and we'll just go for a straight. He's within 5 feet of me, right? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll just go for a straight attack here on him with the booming blade. All right. That is 25 to hit.
Hits. Sneak attack dice.
I guess not. 8, 9, 10, 17, 21, 27 points of damage.
Yeah. That'll do.
And then I will kind of whip back around behind Ruckus and bonus action hide behind him if I can.
Okay. Okay.
I did not specify that my hood was up, so this would be a total of
I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter.
19.
Does not matter.
Yeah, you rolled real low.
But he said the number.
I know.
He still sees me, it's fine.
It sees you.
Oh, my lord.
Andraste or
Uzo.
Uzo. You guys all, you choose.
We chose. It was Uzo.
Uzo.
Go.
Uzo seeing that attack, seeing Andraste get engulfed and then come out, reflexively reflexively jolted, drops his,
You have disadvantage on attacks. Jolted, it says right here.
drops the shillelagh and just force pushes out 2 Eldritch Blasts.
All right,
This guy,
nearly point blank
left
range.
hand, it's going to be a 13.
Does not hit.
Yep.
Yep.
6 more, hopefully.
Hopefully. It's gone.
5.
18.
Taking hits.
Left hand 18, right hand 18.
Nice.
Yeah, both hit.
All right, so 15 and 14 make 29.
29. All right.
Just kind of out of reflex, just throws.
I'm sure it
Eldritch
freaked him out.
Blasts.
I'm sure it freaked him out a little bit to see this thing wrap around Andraste.
Yeah, it's just. It's like,
And then it made that noise. Yeah. Oh god!
it actually is starting to make noises.
Ooh.
How does it look?
It doesn't look great.
He looks upset.
Fantastic.
Uzo takes
Horrifying.
some steps up the stairs.
5, 10.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Andraste.
I'm within melee range of this thing, aren't I?
Yes.
I like that a lot less. Especially since I don't think it'll take necrotic damage.
Right, healing.
Yeah, it might.
Healing.
It's entirely possible. All right. If I back up, I take an attack of opportunity. But I can give it disadvantage. I'm gonna back up to right about where Remy is.
Okay. It is going to reach out and touch you
Reach out, touch face.
for a 22 to hit.
That hits, but I'm gonna give it disadvantage.
And it will spend 1 piece to hit you.
No.
To cancel out your disadvantage.
Maybe
Don't you have to
two.
do
Maybe
two?
two.
I'll spend both of them.
All right.
Cancel out.
There
Played
it is.
yourself.
All right.
Wait.
You would have to roll again and
You'd
then
have
get
to
a
roll
d6 if
If
you
wanted
did
to spend
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what it's gonna be.
All right. So I'm not going to spend any. I'm going to take the disadvantage.
All right.
See what happens. My turn.
Hits.
So
I won.
12. So 22 is the one that it does.
No, I oppose disadvantage.
Right. And the other one was higher.
Oh.
So I don't need to spend any.
That will do that. Wow.
That gives these backsies. You already called it. We've all had full rests.
So so it reaches out and just as you leave, it just lightly taps your wrist as you go by for 27 points of damage.
Oh.
As this blackness spreads up your arm briefly before just a little. It seems weak. I mean, it's no in-game effect. It looks weak and gross.
Gaben, help.
Necrotic damage.
Okay.
Necrotic damage.
That's unpleasant.
Sail.
Thanks.
And then it's still your turn.
It is still my turn, so I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Yeah.
That would be a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
What?
Can I? Thank you.
Yes.
It hits.
17. That's the number we're aiming at. Cool.
I don't know that we'll have another
And that is
another chance.
66.
Yeah.
Can I?
Nope. I have a few ones in there. All right, so that is 10, 16. Yeah, 16 points of damage, and the next person to attack has advantage on it.
Which is Ruckus,
Get him.
who is no longer afraid, which could be bonus action Tiger.
It is gonna be that. The first action's not gonna be what you think, though. Anyway, Tiger, go. Right now is what I want
All right.
for the first. Wait, no. It's gonna be me. I'm doing it me. I didn't see you in my peripheral. Check the tape. I'm good.
That's right. That was
He's
you.
right underneath your legs. He's like, no, you should attack.
I didn't say a thing, actually. I was all there.
Whispering.
Pussy.
Oh, hey, Remy.
Well, not to be vulgar.
Okay.
Just not violate.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Catch the music. Oh, it was 12. The
Plus.
first, yeah, but my attack is +6, so 18.
That's
Wait,
with
what
advantage.
Are you
That was with
what
advantage.
are you attacking with?
Chromatic orb,
Oh,
2nd level.
okay.
Okay, that hits.
Boom. At 2nd level,
What kind of damage?
48.
He's
cold.
undead. Ruckus
Not cold.
Lanky undead.
Not cold.
Not cold?
Not cold.
Not cold.
Not cold.
Thunder? I feel like some. No,
Yeah,
we're
fire.
on a wooden
Fire,
ship.
fire worked.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, yes, but we're on a wooden ship.
Yeah, but,
But you've already hit.
him.
Fire.
You also know that your ship is treated wood, so it's not just going to start on fire.
Right.
Oh.
As
Okay.
all ships are, because that would be awful. I don't know.
all this water, we can't do anything about it.
Oh, that makes a little sense. Okay. 13, 17, 20 damage.
Hey, all right.
Not plus
It does
anything.
not look great.
Alan and the Panther.
It doesn't
bonus.
look great in general. This is so deceiving.
It's awful. It's horrifying.
It's had a rough life. It doesn't look
Yeah.
good.
Who's
Or
this?
on life.
The Panther.
This is now the
Or
Panther.
the
Tiger.
Tiger.
Tony.
We haven't
Tony,
named him yet. We haven't gotten there.
Oh no, I'm
yet.
sorry, Tomago.
Oh my god.
We should.
14 plus, I guess, bite. So it's 19 to hit on that one.
He hits.
Yes.
And what is
1d10. Plus
non-magical attack,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is a magical animal.
Piercing damage?
Piercing.
1d10 piercing.
Nice try.
That's 9. 12 total.
Technically.
Okay, 12 total, half to 6.
So it has resistance against.
Not looking good.
Stop saying that.
Obviously, it looks bad.
And on its turn, it floats down.
2d8 damage
Oh, yeah.
for the booming
blade.
blade.
What kind of damage is Booming Blade?
I want to say thunder,
Oh yeah, I believe it is.
but it could also be, what is it?
I think it's either force or thunder.
Force, yeah. It is thunder,
Cool.
but it's only 3 damage.
All right. As it shakes a little and slips down, and is gone.
Oh, come on.
And
The boat is still moving,
the
right?
boat is still moving. These people are like freaking out, and you start to hear shouting from up above you in confusion.
We should probably check that out.
Well, if we're still in initiative, it's Remy's turn.
Are we still in initiative?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we run up.
I go.
And
Yeah,
you guys
okay.
run up
Well,
and
No. I pull out 5 more animals. No! 1 more animal.
Okay, okay.
From the
Wait, no, we're underground. If it's the elk, we're screwed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my hand in the bag, and the second we reach the surface
Okay.
board of the ship, I'm gonna throw that. So before initiative or anything.
okay, all right. So you guys all run up and open up the doors onto the ship,
Gray bag.
and you throw something out of it.
Out of the gray bag.
You could have thrown that in the water, too. You had all these tools.
No!
No,
All of
no.
these would have drowned in the
He,
water.
he couldn't have in the water because he'd already done all of them in the keep.
Oh, they could have been bait. Oh, yeah, and that too.
Damn it, you're
Many
right,
different
Andrew.
doors. I chose the one to death.
You chose all of the ones that led just like the straightest line to death.
I regret nothing. I'm feeling great.
I know, you said that to me last time.
And
I got
The giant badger.
the 6. Yeah, giant badger.
so you throw a giant badger out. You see Clint and 3 others standing in a circle with a puddle of water in front of them as the giant badger starts looking for something to attack, and like it looks at
Just
Clint.
look around.
And, yeah, and it's like, which one?
Drink the water.
Who do I attack?
Drink the water. Quick. I heard him whisper. Start licking up the water. Badger. That giant badger. See if the water is
He
normal water.
Yeah, he goes and licks at the water, and it's like salty.
So we go up there and we see these 3 people there and the
they're like,
water.
He was right here, and then it's gone. He was right here.
What was? Or who?
Who are these people? Do I recognize them?
Your crew members,
Okay.
absolute crew members. The dinghy. And Clint is like, the dinghy, Scottish. The dinghy was right here. It's not Scottish.
It's all right.
It's close.
Good enough.
McBadger, that's how you know.
McBadger.
That's how you know. The dinghy just disappeared. That was Jensen. Irish for a moment.
It's easiest to make Jensen just do whatever you want. Because you can do whatever voice you want for him.
Clint, are you familiar with these waters?
No.
It seems that we were boarded by some sort of spectral
Spectral
being-
creature.
being.
Yes.
Heard stories. These.
You're being awfully quiet. What's your name? I suspect that one of these
Yeah.
is the ghost. So
Oh.
I'm trying to see if they're answering me properly.
Yeah, I mean, from what you can tell,
Everyone's on the up and up.
I'm gonna detect evil and good again, and just like walk around the ship.
so
It's 10-minute
as,
duration.
as you're walking around the ship and you're making your way up to the back, and you look out, and in the distance you see the dinghy just floating by, and on it, I think you see somebody
How far away is
as
this
you
one?
are 120 feet. But as you are
120
you are
feet, you
sailing
say?
away.
Uzo goes downstairs while you're kind of detecting on people and checks on the person you knocked out in the bollock.
I'll yell for him.
Give me a
So yeah, for
second.
who?
And
Uzo.
Andros?
Oh, yeah. What?
He said 120, right?
Yes, he did.
Want a hand?
4.
Firebolt. Want a firebolt hand?
Sure.
There we go.
You know what? I can guiding bolt at 120 feet.
I just want teamwork. I just want to destroy this thing together.
Let's do this.
Okay. Thanks, Clasp.
Uzo, we need you up here.
Let's get him.
And another 6 seconds goes by and you're 180 feet.
We were within the 6 seconds.
If I jump,
You think that it is too far to get away, and unless you turn the ship around,
Nope.
to really
All right.
solve this mystery for good.
Uzo comes upstairs and he looks at the dinghy. He goes, "That." Casts an Eldritch Blast at it because it's not out of his range.
240 feet for your range?
He doesn't do that, but
Okay.
oh,
that,
point to it.
That.
Yeah, we want to attack that.
Sure.
yeah.
It's too far. Sorry.
It's not
As it
too far.
floats.
I've seen you cast farther.
Cast flight. Throw one of us out there within range.
Do you remember what happened the last time one of us disembarked this ship?
Yeah, without flight, yes, I died.
Yes.
I didn't have flight. I had jump. I did what I made the best of the
Too
scenario.
soon, Ruckus.
Look, guys, we can live to fight. We can live to fight another day, but that thing didn't look too good. Are you sure you can't hit it, Uzo?
I got it. Eldritch Blast.
All right. Roll to attack.
All right, left hand. It's going to be a 12. Right hand. It's going to be a 23.
Dang.
23 hits.
In the box.
That's going to be a 6.
All right. One just flies through and splashes into the water. The other one comes in, hits, and you see, and you actually hear from all this distance.
I think I got it.
And then you see, just kind of disappears.
Oh, it sank.
The dinghy's still floating there.
But I saw the thing in the dinghy
Yeah.
go down. Well,
Is it coming for us now?
I don't
As
know.
you stand there and look, you another 60 feet.
Yeah, I'm still holding up
It's-
Detect Evil and
so
Good, so,
it
I'll
is,
sense
you
it
know,
if it comes to us.
Yeah. You are moving ahead, and it was moving.
What was that?
Nice shot is what that was.
I mean, the being in the boat, did it board us because we hit it?
I think that we entered it. If I had to guess, I would say that we entered its territory and it grabbed on.
Territory.
A predator of some variety?
Don't know.
An undead predator, but a predator.
I've heard of ghost ships, never ghost dinghies.
Well, if there's a ghost ship, maybe there was a dinghy that slipped away.
I suppose if you're in a boat like that out here with nothing around,
Probably die.
die a horrible death.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we put them to rest.
Better than going underwater.
Thank
Too
you.
soon. Too soon.
Good burn, but I'm very upset, and we will talk about this later.
Just saying.
All right.
We're glad you're here for us to burn.
Thanks.
He
That
feel-
has
he
multiple-
feels the burn.
That has multiple contexts through my family's history.
Poor choice of words.
Well, and the fact that you have a light cleric on board who threatens to set you on fire on a weekly basis.
Oh, life's funny.
It's all right. Sometimes he doesn't even know that
Sometimes
it
he
doesn't
forgets.
connect him.
Should
Deny is more denial.
Mr. Clint, is it prudent for us to avoid any such obstacles, no matter how tiny?
Perhaps.
Well, we couldn't see it
Ah,
for a moment.
But if I were floating on a boat, I don't want to be picked up. It's a risk we might need to take.
If we run across someone like that and we think that there's someone who may need to be taken on board, you call me and I will detect whether it's an undead or not.
Will do.
we are not on a charity mission. If someone is cast out, let us find out why first.
Depending on
Before
the
we
yes.
bring... We have a bunch of unknown people below.
Yes, we do. Speaking of, I'm going to go take inventory of food stocks, gentlemen.
Do you may want to have Trace update her map.
So, what?
Mark this position.
Ah,
Yes, you should probably mention that to her. I'm going to go take inventory.
Can you handle that, Uzo?
I can go talk to her.
Ruckus, I thought perhaps we could have a chat.
Sure. And back away from the edge of the boat, implying I was going to jump off.
That's good. My quarters?
You got that plant stick?
You know I do.
Let's do this.
All right. Clint is like, gentlemen, swab the deck. As he heads back up to the helm. Don't disrespect the helm.
We just fixed it.
Don Johnson just fixed it.
That's right.
It's amazing what you can do with wizards in the construction trade.
Yes, we want to keep this one on the boat forever.
You hit the jackpot.
All right.
Yeah, he just looks at you like,
I'm sorry, we purchased your soul.
Well, and I didn't say that in character voice.
He's got a debt to work off for sure.
all right.
He doesn't know it, but he'll find out.
So you two make your way up to the captain's quarters as you see deckhands starting to come out and clean up.
Winthorpe comes down, lands on me.
Intimidatingly.
It's okay, what? I
It's a cute
try and
little
intimidate
owl.
back that owl.
My very tiny owl.
You don't scare me.
Good. That's good.
I'm in the middle of something.
Doesn't even scare small children. I believe you're looking for this. Just one moment.
What an awful roll.
It's terrible. I wrote for a reason. Oh.
It's like miming how to conduct. Just punch it. Just wave your hands. You're good.
And in my conducting, I produce one plant stick.
Oh my god. I'm about to eat it.
Winthorpe.
You will fear me, Winthorpe.
So sorry. That's not how we do this, remember?
I don't know. I feel like my method was way more effective.
We'll see.
And just like half that's gone.
I think you're good.
It's like there's an Alcon around.
Thank you. You never know how much you'll need just to calm down after not only the ghost thing, but the death thing, you know?
I don't, but I'm sorry, Ruckus, that you died.
For what? I mean, yeah. Maybe you should elaborate where your headspace was at.
Uzo is not too pleased with me right now. When he could not get you and he came aboard, he ordered the ship to turn back round to go after you. I cancelled his order and commanded the ship to continue on course away from the island. But I did not abandon you. And I want you to know that. You died. I don't know how all those events led to that. But I know I had to make a call. I had to.
Well, you know, when Uzo first told me, I laughed. I didn't think you had the balls to leave me. Dead in the water. I mean, you didn't leave the corpse, so I thank you for that. But
Remember when I said I saw you die? It's because I was on top of the shark that was killing you, with my blade plunged deep into it. I was there with you, Ruckus. Uzo was there with you as well. The whole crew almost got out, and went after you.
That's really heartwarming. It's very nice. I never thought I would have people who would care about me so much this time in my life. But it doesn't change the fact that everything I have trained for up until this moment disappeared the second I blacked out, which was probably right before I saw you step in.
What do you mean it disappeared?
I think I died
You did
right
die.
before I saw, yeah, but I didn't even see you step in. Last thing I saw, felt, was the shark on the back of my neck and the ship floating away.
I am sorry.
I'm not gonna let you live this down. But I respect you for moving forward. If I ran back into my house when my family was burning alive, my story would have just ended slightly sooner than it did right now, in this past day. And it would have all been for nothing if it wasn't.
And we would not have you here with us. The Foxy Irregulars could not possibly be without Ruckus Highborn. Or whatever name he chooses. Could be Malcolm. Could be Sucker.
He pops the butter knife. That's Sucker, but not Malcolm. Ah, let's hope those names can live and rest in peace. Ignore the live part. Just rest in peace to both those names.
Okay. I meant it when I said I'm so very glad that you're alive. I find that this group, this crew, this ship, us, damn it, we would not be without you. Don't go dying again on us. We need you.
If you didn't notice, with the spirit wandering in the lower deck, I might play things a little more cleverly.
I'm sorry, what?
I might play things a little more cleverly from now on.
I insight check.
I look him dead in the eye.
Dirty 20.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you believe it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you believe what you're
Oh
saying?
no,
I
sorry.
believe-
That's a wisdom based, right? So 18. So.
Nailed it. Yeah, no, I believe what I'm saying, and I'm basically saying, well, yeah, you believe what I'm saying, and then that, and I'm going to follow
It's
up.
basically Remy just going.
Then he scoots his
And you're
legs
both
out.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I scoot legs out, and I look you in the eye, but bloodshot, just...
I believe you.
Good. Because I cannot afford to die again and hope I can be saved without anyone of the Foxy Irregulars.
You are here because we're lucky you're alive. Let's just put it that way. If we did not have or just rescue this Donovan Johnson, that... Did you punch him in the face?
Me? No, I thought he punched me in the face. Did I punch him in the
I
face?
think you punched him in the face.
Yeah, man. I always forget.
He saved your life. Well, he saved your body.
Well, you know, baby steps. He got me back within the day, I guess.
What I'm saying is we're lucky you're here. So, let's... I didn't leave you, and that's all I'm trying to say.
I acknowledge you did exactly what you needed to do at the time of. Me being pissed about dying for it, not being able to complete my journey if I died. That's what I'm frustrated about, more so.
I know that feeling. I've nearly fallen. You were there on that rooftop with me, bleeding out.
I'm glad you can closely relate, but even from that time, it's different. It felt way different than dying on that roof, passing out on that roof. The food barely tasted right. The orc was cooked to perfection, but it didn't taste right.
Yeah, I imagine it wouldn't.
It was hell.
It sounds it. Have you thanked Andraste?
I guess I've... Shit. No. I panicked about everything first.
She broke down. She went to a very bad place, I think, for a minute there. She cares very deeply about you. We all do. But I really think that you should speak with her.
I'll talk to her. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, it might be easier facing you.
I know. But don't let her know that.
Mainly because I put her through that, and she thought she could do nothing. There's a lot I have to ask for forgiveness for.
I do have one last question. It doesn't have to do with your experience in hell. I must know why you thought your body would stop a boulder.
Well, if you see it from my perspective, it would have been amazing.
Yes?
If I could have stopped a boulder, theoretically. It was 50-50 either way in my mind.
Was it?
Give me more of that plant stick. Just give me that. Just give me that back.
Yeah, you should have more of this, actually.
Thanks. Yeah. I don't see where you're coming from. I feel like I could have made it. I feel like I could have definitely made it. How big was it again?
What did you mean by play things more cleverly now?
Flick.
You take my meaning?
I do. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try and throw my body in front of a ship. I'm trying to protect.
Well, I can't fault you for that.
I'll just try to do it a different way from now on.
Look before you leap, maybe. At the very least.
Maybe just go to the cannons, really. Cannons was a great idea.
Yeah.
I thought they were on autopilot. I forgot I'm the boatsman, and I should be. Anyway, I will be playing things more cleverly from now on.
Good, good. We're on course right now to Baldur's Gate. No?
I think I should update you on that, based on a head nod in my mind.
So also
No,
at this point,
he was
you,
there.
you
He was
come
there
back up
when we changed
from-
course.
You come back up from talking to Trace and Stace about updating, basically putting a marker down, like
This is
sea hag, witch, ghost.
Oh, is that what that was?
It was a ghost.
Nice.
It was a dingy ghost. If you look in D&D Beyond, in the homebrew section, there's a dingy ghost.
Dingy Ghost.
Nice.
You come back up, and you see
They're in their quarters.
they're in their
aren't they?
quarters. They're, the deck is cleaned up by this point. I don't know where you are.
Taking inventory of the.
Oh, you
of
were
the
down
food.
in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
because we have 15 more people than we were counting on, so I want to know how long we have before we run out of food and I have to start supplementing.
Okay. So you get up on deck and there's...
I was actually gonna go back down and oversee the map drawing, learn a little bit more, and kind of talk to Stace and Trace.
Okay, all right. So instead of coming back up, we'll go do that after this. You guys good?
My
More
last
stuff?
word. I'm going to leave your room. But I'm going to say, you do owe me one thing, though, for letting me die in the water.
What is that?
You owe me a rematch.
Okay. Okay, we'll see how cleverly you play it.
Let's see if you hide behind more boxes this time. And I kick the door out and I walk away.
I will.
Okay.
That's great.
All right. So you go down. They are back in your quarters. Once you woke up and went out, they kind of went back in there and they were drawing their Baldur's Gate map.
So as they draw the map, I'm kind of looking over, notating, and what is this? Where is this? Like random things, and then asking them a little bit more about their past and their remembrances, but kind of light and passive, nothing really discernible. So Uzo sits back onto his small cot, and basically one of his more favored pastimes now that he can see and read is reading. And he pulls out the book of Elven Tale and he just kind of peruses some of the wars and the battles and kind of reads out loud to Baga. And he slowly starts to read about something in the war, and they turn the tide of battle by communing with a god. And they reenacted the... Baga, this is a ritual. And he closes the book as he has like a massive epiphany. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
No.
So you can either do that or you can learn about Baldur's Gate. It's up to you.
So she was supposed to draw a map of Baldur's Gate with all of the traps and stores. And
she was drawing a map of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
It's incomplete at this point. It still has quite a ways to go. You do see there's an outer wall. There's an inner wall. There is a large, basically a hill or a mountain. You see buildings traveling around the mountain to a large bridge over a river that is labeled the Corinthar River. And there is also an inner wall that you see with a number of gates that are marked on it.
I tell them, ladies, thank you for your assistance. I don't know what to do with this information, and I'm pretty exhausted. I think I might need a short rest. Would you take this information and share it with the rest of the crew, or with the captain and the Foxy Irregulars? Let them know what we might encounter there, based on, Stace, your outline of Baldur's Gate. I'm going to rest.
Okay. And you hear, let's go finish this. And they both get up and leave.
Uzo checks the door, makes sure they go upstairs. And he closes it and he locks it. And he's like, Baga, it's worth a try. As he kind of reshuffles things around his room, he takes like a piece of coal, he draws a circle and starts outlining some ritual stuff. He's like, and now, Baga, I guess I rest. Or dream, more likely.
Give me a... You see Baga watching you, looking.
Baga, I need you here.
And it gives...
You are a key component to this.
Just flicks its tongue.
Please.
Okay.
Do I roll anything?
You're gonna go. Give me an insight check.
Oh, that's gonna be good. That is a 19.
Bagaz looking at you, extremely worried
I know.
and disapproving.
I know. Baga. But where else do we turn? This is how we take command of our destiny. The world is already chaotic enough.
Bagaz slithers down. You are holding the chalk. He bites your hand.
Whoa.
That is just what I needed, Baga. He lays back and takes a nap. Is he dreaming?
All right. So you take a nap. Are you actively trying to reach out your consciousness?
Yes.
Okay. So you lay down, less of a nap and more of this trance. And that is where we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back for this, but we all need to use the restroom real quick. So we will be back in 10 minutes. So please stick around to see what Uzo's dreaming about. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Quest Cast. We're the cast agents. And we are drinking Gordon beer.
We're beershing it tonight.
We're beershing it. All right. We have just had a role-playing session between the captain and the not captain.
Boatsman.
The boatsman.
It's not that either.
Bosun.
And we got, because of the heavy role-play...
Oh,
Wait.
The heavy
What?
RP.
heavy role play.
Yeah. You know how I like it.
No heavy
I am not trusting the prompter. From Tamago Tora.
Hey.
Hey.
Is there something else to talk about too, Amy? And
Nice,
we
intercepted.
also have 500 bits from
Your name Jimmy Garoppolo?
Rapstar
G.
Hi, G.
and 60 to the tavern.
Oh, that's
What?
us. Yeah, we own that tavern.
Yeah, I don't know.
Catch
what
the
that
other
Just throw it right in the boy.
means. Do not know what that means.
Throw it right in the boy.
How long has it been, by the way? Do we get to collect money from our tavern?
I was
should've
wondering
been.
that too.
It has been 10 days.
Yeah.
We should probably do that roll.
Yeah, we can do that roll later on.
Okay.
Towards the end.
Was the 10th day in the middle of my death? Or was that after? I just think
It's,
it would have been
it's,
funny.
it's pretty much today.
split
Well, I
among
know that we
three
could
people.
res him right now, Androssi, but hold on. Can we do these rolls first?
All right. So,
I don't care. I don't keep track of it.
you draw this summoning circle, communication circle, whatever you think it is. You reach out your mind as Baga bites you, and you close your eyes and you fall back onto your bed. And you lay there for a moment until you see yourself in a dark tunnel. A lightless dark tunnel, except you have a torch in your hand. And you start walking forward, and it's winding. And you hear noises coming from behind you, shouts. Not exactly sure what it means as you keep moving through this corridor. As branches, it goes to the right. You look down and you can't see where it goes. You feel you need to keep moving forward as you come across several different branching corridors. And you look down at your feet, and Baga slithering along, guiding your way. You come to a fork, and Baga takes the left one, and you follow down, winding through different. You lose a sense of any direction and path that you are on. You just follow Baga, where Baga goes, And you come upon this massive open chamber that you have seen before in your mind. And except this is the first time you've seen it from this vantage point, to really see the immense scale of this place. As Baga slithers ahead, as you walk forward and forward and forward until you see the shimmer of the prison of Dendar. That you have seen before. You see the 4 pillars in front, each one 20 feet apart from each other, 80 feet wide, as Baga slithers through this barrier. It dissipates. And then this massive head of a serpent, purple, violet in color, looking at you.
You don't need to say a word. I knew it was you who gave me Baga all along. But I am here to bargain with you.
And Baga just near the slithers out.
Death has proven itself fickle. I have been lied to by friends and foes alike. I thought you should know that there are those who are lesser than you, who are using your name to manipulate mortal men into enacting their will.
No. As this voice echoes through the chamber.
Nuzo kind of shaking, stands firm.
I was forced into this. If I could have told you the truth all along, I would have. But I was not able to. You seek the true one of this name.
Yes, I have come to the wrong place, it seems.
That one is gone. Gone to history. Destroyed.
So you say. Why should I believe a word you say?
Because I need you. Because I have limited gifts to give, but those that I do have, I provide to you. I realize this is not easy, that I have put a burden on you, that I have tasked you with something that has proven to be impossible in the past. But things are aligning correctly, Uzo. And she was right to choose you.
I know your game. You mention her. You put the promise of her in front of me as bait to trick me along. This is a common trick in Waterdeep. But I am not so easily deceived. I was searching for the real Dendar, who I think still exists somewhere. So much so that you evoke his name to get me to do your deeds.
I did not choose to invoke this name. It is part of my banishment. Part of the deal that I had made. It seemed it was right at the time. You do good.
I do what I must.
I want you to do better. I want you to do good. You treat people well that deserve to be treated well. You punish those that need to be punished. I am impressed.
What of your sister then? When you are out, your sister is out.
We will have limited time. She will undoubtedly rampage, having been kept up for so long.
And I should trust you to help us to put her down.
All we have to do is make room on the 3rd level. We remove Maman and Asmodeus will take care of the rest.
Trusting a God who wants me to do better, but wants me to keep my trust in the hands of the devil, is a big pill to swallow. So I hope you will forgive me temporarily for trying to get insurance.
I applaud your desire to make certain Faith is not an easy thing to do, especially when one looks like this. I would not trust the real Dendar if it were still alive. She has fallen.
Insight check.
Okay.
15.
Hard to tell, but he's not ever lied to you yet.
Except about his name. Okay.
I'm not allowed to tell you my name. I am not allowed to give all of those who used to worship me the powers. I found a way, a loophole, if you will, by becoming a patron.
I am at a loss. But I appreciate your honesty. Not as if you have a choice in this matter.
I need all 4 of you. There are 4 pillars.
Uzo looks at them.
They are covered in runes, and you can tell that the magic of the cage emanates from them. You know where to find me now. But you have a path. Your friend, his friend is in danger.
Who is that? Which friend?
Remy's friend is in danger. But you are on a path. Sail fast. Time is running short.
For you or for his friend?
For his friend.
You've watched the events on the ship play out, I assume.
As much as I am able.
Is this another test you give me to help out the man who left a friend to die?
I do not understand.
Untrustworthy people I've experienced in all of Waterdeep. The only friends I have are unreliable. I've learned this now.
Randall.
Untrustworthy gods.
Yes. Gods are not always trustworthy. They're not always looking out for the people. Sometimes they see the people as the problem. Yeah, I wouldn't trust gods either. Some, like your friend Andrastes, her god is good. She brings joy. One day I would like to bring joy to the world again.
Well, let us make haste, Bugger. Please.
Slithers up to you.
Bugger slithers up to me and then bites into my hand and wakes me up from my bed. I assume what feels like 5-10 seconds.
Yeah. And you actually just kind of wake up as the door closes and you hear footsteps of people walking off.
Was that Stace and Trace just
yeah.
leaving?
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened, Bugger. But I hope you did not lead me astray by taking me there instead of where I wanted to go. Come on. We must warn Remy. Just leave.
Okay. As you kind of follow them, they kind of look odd at you. Were you going to rest?
I changed my mind. Let's go to the captain together.
Okay. Right. And the three of you go up the stairs. And by this time, you guys had just finished your conversation, and you open the door to leave. Uzo, you walk up.
There is new information that I think we must cover together.
Right, of course. I'll be right there. Okay. I'm going to have this little owl right here be my eyes. And as I do that, my eyes go into big old owl eyes, and I just walk forward, coming out with the owl on my shoulder, seeing everything and hearing everything through my owl. I'm fine. Who? What's going on?
But I am tempted to keep this to myself.
And by
Is Andra? Yeah.
No.
So by this time, you had actually kind of gone down. The first thing you notice is that the crew is very competent, and they are well aware of the number of people, and they are figuring out. You ask when your services are going to be needed, and they say, if we can restock in Saltmarsh, we should be fine.
That's an awfully big if, though.
We will make it fine to there, and then if we need to supplement on the way back.
We can do so. I can only provide for 15 people, so don't let it get down all the way to nothingness.
We will cut back a little, unless you would like to start right away.
I think leave it for now, and we'll reassess in a couple of days.
Okay. So you do get the idea that you are going to be at sea for another 10-day probably. So if you wanted to start now, doing crate food and water,
All right.
there's not other than ghosts or sea monsters or other pirates.
Not much else to run into,
Right.
hopefully.
I mean, those three things probably are going to be the challenges to keep out for.
We can handle all that. What we can't handle is sharks.
Yeah, I still want the name of that one.
I still want shark fin soup off of that
We
one.
can fish
Yes.
and see what we.
You can also fish.
Yeah, that's a survival check for me, which is why I'm the quartermaster.
Fishing may also include me walking parallel along the side of the ship with my slippers and just stabbing into the water until I get something. That's my
You could
method.
actually be in the water.
Like
Big old eyes. You could
upside
actually
down.
be in the water.
Like upside down under the ship.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I realized I passed through Uzo back there, and I said hi, and I walked back to the room.
Okay, so I'm coming back up after taking inventory and talking to them.
And Uzo, wait, Andraste, please.
Yes.
Join us in the captain's quarters as the captain recovers from his stupor.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Speaking of recovering, how are you feeling?
I'm a little achy, but I'm okay.
How-
Maybe I feel about a quarter of I feel 3/4 of myself.
Come here. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
I love when you do that. Thank you.
That's only mildly disturbing. 9, 13, 18.
That'll do.
Cool. And Andraste's still pale, but
You don't look very well yourself.
I'm fine. What do we need to know?
What did you going into my room? Welcome.
After the
Thank you.
Pardon the mist.
That's not mist. It's not wet enough.
This has got to be a test to my patience and also to our mission, which seems might be taking a bit of a detour.
Go out of him.
I think you want to be sober for this because it concerns you.
I'll do my best.
Well, we are currently on course for Saltmarsh.
You hear a knock at the door. And that's me.
No, you were in the room.
No, I know. I wanted to say I came back like last, like I passed you in the hallway, and I was like, what the? And now I'm.
Now you're back.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
What's up?
Thank you, Ruckus.
It's good to see you again.
He's a good plant stick.
He's,
My patron visited me again and gave me some more information regarding your friend,
my friend.
the captain or boat's person.
Captain Bowden Thorne.
Yes.
Apparently, wherever they are held up, they are in trouble and time is of the essence.
Ah,
So now we are presented with a choice.
What choice?
Continue to Mammon or rescue.
Didn't we already agree that we were going to Saltmarsh? We discussed this earlier. Don't you remember? I've already set the course for Saltmarsh.
Well, I believe.
good.
Am I the
trouble-
only one who watches these things back?
Yes.
I believe that Remy's friend is in Baldur's Gate. Yes?
No, not at all.
Okay. Sorry. Where is he?
Saltmarsh.
Saltmarsh. Okay.
We've set course
I
for
love company.
Saltmarsh.
How do you
for
know-
Captain
So,
How do you know where he is, Uzo? Hold on, excuse me. What?
Oh, come on.
You just get the dude. Really?
I'm asking the questions here.
your
Are you
friend.
saying that out loud?
Yes.
I knew you talked to your sword.
Your
Slightly
friend
creepy.
in Saltmarsh, wherever they are holed up, is not in a good position, and whatever we must double time our speed. Otherwise, we would run the risk of not making it to them at all.
We have just taken on so many more passengers. I don't know what we can do. Perhaps if there's some magical way to affect the winds or something.
Not that I know. I'm sorry. And we don't have any more room on the mast to pack on more sail. Yes, I've been reading.
I'm going to talk to you later.
Maybe we could use the bag, whatever, the geyser bag, water bag. What is it called?
The decanter of endless water?
There you go. Can we fire that at full power at the back of the ship if I were to be in my slippers? Come on, I'm being Craig.
Actually, I want to see it.
I want to do
want to
it.
see it.
I want to do it and survive, and I think I will.
I think
believe I
it's
will.
worth a scientific try.
See, we have a doctor on our side, Captain.
After you're sober.
Dr. Captain.
Yes, I'm perfectly sober.
Your pupils are this big.
Yeah, like
Your pupils are enormous.
okay.
So
carpet.
up until now, you have been pretty much not sailing at night. You have enough crew to sail during the day. You would have to double the crew to have,
Seems to me
full
like
shifts.
we just did.
and you just did.
We can supplement. Not have, full crew and full.
Uzo, can you
Hiccups.
find out of our new guests, any of them sailors, anybody able to help out with the crew? It's possible that we could, in fact, mix them in with the crew and run double shifts, one and then the other. If you think that's possible, I would very much like to sail with all haste towards Saltmarsh. That ledger, where did it end up?
It's with
Kipling had it.
Kipling. He has the ledger. I will speak with them.
Did
to
he
see.
not? He handed it. I believe he handed it over to you.
Oh,
He had the ledger, but I have it here.
Let's have a look. See, the Chimera used to be Captain Thorne's ship, and the Dogmaster said,
but now it's captained by Colton.
yes, he has my captain's ship. This changes things, and he's in these waters. I'm looking at the ledger. Any other names I might recognize above that for Colton's ships at all?
Kind of going through it. So you start to kind of flip through it, and you flip the page, and you forget what you were looking for. You're like, wait,
Swordfish, that's a silly name for a boat.
that's the password.
It is always the password.
And go ahead and make me an intelligence check at disadvantage.
It's fair. That'll be 13.
13. You see, just kind of flipping through, it's all of the ships as you go through start to sound like, yeah. It's obviously, it's common names of ships that you think are like, God, you know.
USS Nimitz.
Can't believe you named it that, you know.
Yeah.
Enterprise.
Yes.
SS Bodie McBoderson.
Yes.
Boatface.
Oh, yeah.
Boatface.
That's most excellent, actually. That should have been our name.
No.
And we still should have had a Phoenix.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Captain Colton is alone. I can't find any names in this ledger.
So he had 2 ships prior, and neither of them were the Chimera, right?
I don't know that. I just know he had 2 ships.
So at least 2 ships. We have to assume at least 2 ships.
Have you been to Saltmarsh before?
No, I've never even known it existed. I don't know what my captain was doing out there, is doing out there, but... Is it night right now? Is it?
No.
Okay, it's not.
Afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's afternoon.
I want to propose something to you. I am still getting my bearings on this. I expected to be able to transfer some spells into my ritual book, but some are a little too complicated. As you could see with the scrying, right? I used it, and it was gone. I have a spell in this mage book that is teleportation. It can transfer a lot of people, but there is a large risk of mishap.
Which distances?
Same plane of existence.
Same plane of existence.
Yeah, but if you don't know where you're going...
Based on a description...
How long is it open?
Instantaneous. You're there and you're there.
Oh, you just go.
Yep.
Poof.
10 by 10 cube.
But what good will that be if we arrive without a ship?
The ship could meet us, but it might be urgent in order to save his captain.
We take all of us? One go?
Good.
And leave Clint in charge?
He's done fairly well.
He's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Lucky to have him.
Mm-hmm.
With the money.
Yes.
The money.
But I mean, do we even know where we're aiming at? I mean, Saltmarsh, that's a large area.
I would need a description, and that would be... How about this? I will find members of the crew here to propel us forward overnight.
Yes.
Similarly, I will see if anyone has been on Saltmarsh or knows of Saltmarsh, and I will get our gifted friend Stacia to draw a description based on what they have been told.
Well, and I only need 4 hours of rest, so I can take the night and help us so we don't run aground.
Yes.
I can see in the dark.
Yes, as can I.
But I only need 4 hours of rest.
That's true. That's true.
I have never seen this place, so I am only going on description, which makes this
Dangerous.
very, very harrowing.
I think it's definitely wise to have all these options in case we can't get a proper description. At least we're doubling the speed at which we're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
What was the estimated time to arrival when last we charted?
So what, about 9 days? 8?
Roughly.
Yeah, about 9 days.
9 days, so we could do it in what, 5?
Yes, if we don't stop at all at night, probably.
Yes. The winds favor us.
If the winds favor us.
And flipping the ledger back, you know you're about a week behind.
A week or a 10-day?
I'll say a week.
Okay.
I don't remember what I said earlier,
I'm trying to
but I'll
remember.
say a week.
I think it was a week, but I don't remember.
You did travel really only like a half day.
Yeah, like a few hours.
Yeah, not far before reverting course.
If the Chimera was at Electrum, he must have found a way there. He went looking for this map, we know this.
Mm-hmm. So maybe he found a copy. Or someone who had seen it.
we have to assume that he knows his way and he's headed towards Saltmarsh.
Well, for what it's worth,
The captain or the ship? The
The
Chimera.
ship, the Chimera, yes.
Is this person still after your captain? I am sorry, Andros.
I assume that they are. They're here looking for him. In fact, Trace told us he was obsessed with it, looking for Captain Thorne,
Who is there?
who you said was obsessed with Captain
wait,
Thorne.
Trace is here?
Trace and Stace are in the room.
Oh.
Okay, welcome to my room.
You've heard a lot.
Right. Yes. He was obsessed. It was his white whale, if you will, to finally kill.
I don't
Captain
understand
Thorne.
what that means.
Right. Yes. He was hunting. Would not stop talking about it. If the map was here, which we probably assume that they would have maps here, and they would make. I don't know if they would make haste for that. They were traveling very methodical. They took a risk in the Abbey. I don't know if they would continue doing that. Or they
lost the
became
ship.
They had
even more obsessed and went crazy.
How do we know where to find him? That's my problem. Saltmarsh is not the answer. Is there any ports here? Any civilization?
I'm gonna pull the map out of my bag of holding and lay it out.
Do I see any bays or anything that looks like it would offer proper shelter from the ocean winds to house a port?
I mean, there are a number of places on this. There is the entire Moon Sea Isles, which you know to be the home of elves.
Okay.
There are a number of islands with ports all along. The thing about this map is it has those uncharted islands further out that are unique to this map. Saltmarsh is on a... it is an island, but it is a large, probably continent-sized island. New Zealand-sized, maybe.
What ports are marked on Saltmarsh?
There is Saltmarsh, which is on the southern end, and there is another city as well on that.
Well, I guess we head there then.
Head for the port of Saltmarsh?
Yes.
That's, I think, our best bet, and that's where we're currently coursed. And for what it's worth, I spent a very long time studying this before setting course. I am confident that this is the fastest course that we can be on, because I rolled a nat 20 on setting course.
I was going to say I trusted you implicitly. Anyways.
The obvious thing about Saltmarsh is that it is labeled, but the dot is very small. You know, there are other ports where it's like Baldur's Gate, huge, almost where they kind of draw out some of the coastline there. This is just, it's backwoods. It's backwater.
So it's not that big. And I imagine a place like that, if Captain Thorne is there, an alehouse may know where he is.
Well, we'll see what's there, first and foremost.
Is this sort of like the isle we just came from? Are we expected to encounter hostiles there? Will this require some investigation, or do we just go in?
I am open to suggestion here. I don't know what I'm looking for, except for a man. I thought I was looking for a man and his ship, and now I am looking for just a man. That means, number one, land is where we go. This is the place where we believe he is in Saltmarsh. So, that is where we go, and we have to...
Especially since he has been parted from his ship.
Yes.
Well, I've done my duty, upheld my promise. It was meant to note that time is of the essence for your friend's survival. So whatever we can do to expedite, we should probably do.
Let's have a word then with new guests. See who can sail.
And also, we should expect hostility, no matter what at this point.
I agree. At this point, going in ready for someone to come jumping down our throats is probably the safest way.
Cleverly.
Indeed.
I mean, nothing. But yes,
What?
hostility, nothing. Hostility, that is, plan stick. Hostility is going to be inevitable. Go off of that.
Someone remind me, because I think it was mentioned. Did someone check on the guy that Bollocks got hit? Okay. You went to check on him. He was still laying there. He was unconscious.
Okay. I walked over him to go upstairs.
Okay. He was alive.
I understand.
Yeah.
Was he alive and stable?
Yes.
Okay.
Just drooling on the ground, holding his crotch.
I did you a favor.
Got that ghost out of you.
When you went back up this other time, you did not see him.
Okay.
So somebody had moved him and probably.
Well,
Took him to sick bay.
Like I don't know if they have ice packs back then.
so
Cone of cold.
Ooh.
Freeze to death.
I've cast that spell. It's nasty.
Shape water is more the
Yeah.
make a little ice cube.
You need sun for that.
well, we continue on our course, and Uzo says Stace and Trace have also prepared the map for Baldur's Gate and continue to draw on this one. I will talk to the rest of the crew or the rest of our guests. I want to find out if anyone's been to Salt Marsh.
So before you go and do that, Kumara says, Uzo's not telling us everything.
Now you're vocal.
What was that?
What?
Uzo.
Yeah.
Kumara seems to think that you're holding something back.
Well, Captain, if you can't trust a demon sword, who can you trust?
Well,
A patron who never told you his name?
Possibly Asmodeus.
That is also true.
I can trust none of those people.
I strongly suspect that my goddess is the only one that we can implicitly trust.
I trust Asmodeus as much as I trust your soul.
Stop it.
No offense.
Kumara, what is it?
Ha! Do you
What
want
is he-
us all to reach out and touch her?
What isn't he telling me?
I reach my hand out on his hand. Can we all hear it? Only if it makes it so we can hear it. If it's not, I'm not gonna do that. No.
There was when people were holding the sword that could talk.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach out
Okay,
and,
so
touch
so
his
everybody
bow.
reaches out and touches Kumara. It's like, ooh, oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, easy there.
Kumara,
Remember,
you
I
got it.
hear that in my head,
right.
all of it.
Sorry.
All of it.
Oh yeah, the hilt.
Back off from me. I just want the tip.
I'm just gets like a look on her face, like,
Just the tip.
Just that tip.
boys.
I don't know. I just know that there was more.
Oh. False alarm.
I'm going to continue downstairs,
Did the tip for nothing.
Captain.
I want to insight to see if he's holding something back.
Yeah, I'd like to insight
Okay.
as well with that comment.
Oof. 7.
Wait. Oh, I thought that was in your head. The saying Uzo.
No, he said it out loud though.
Oh.
He said, "Uzo, what are you hiding?"
He's.
All right.
I mean, he's.
would you roll?
He's
22.
been.
22.
Well, so he's been dodgy and
Still upset with the.
still upset. You think that
loss
it's
of-
just that.
And
You well, give me a deception check.
I got
was gonna
9.
Give her what she wanted. Well,
If you're just gonna give me what you want, what I want, you can just fail the
dirty
check.
20.
22.
22.
22. Okay. With that, he is uneasy about how he came across the information. That was kind of, he told it and he kind of like gauged the crowd, and then the motives behind going to get Remy's friend are like sit uneasy. Like, okay, I guess Uzo's on board with that.
Okay.
There was also last week there was more information that you have not shared either.
I swear I'm the only one who watches these things back.
Bahamut?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was...
Yeah, like you're pretty at ease about Bahamut.
I didn't share that last episode, did I?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, so, okay, with that then, Uzo's... Andraste can tell that Uzo's shaken, and when he mentioned his patron, he kind of, like, had a second thought about it.
I'm just gonna say, Uzo, look, if you got something to say to me, you should say it, but in your time, just know that I'm here. You don't have to... When you're ready, I can hear it.
I think everyone in the room knows what I have on my chest about you, Captain.
Yes.
You've made your obligations very clear, and we know where we stand in the pecking order of this ship. I'm going to do my job and get the rest of the crew prepared. Please feel free to sit here and smoke your plant.
Okay, I could do without the judgment from you. I saved everyone's lives here, except one. I cannot be responsible every time someone dies. I did my best. I did. I'm sorry if you feel that my judgment was incorrect. But I dove off that ship. I went after Ruckus just as you did. I commend you, Uzo. You are a brave and true friend. But please do not think that I am not as well. It takes courage to make those calls. And as soon as I could ensure that this ship was on its way and safely out, I went back for Ruckus myself.
I will deal with my own disappointments as I've always dealt with them in life, in due time. How does this explanation sit with you, man beyond the grave?
I think he still needs to make it up to me. That's my understanding with it.
It's going to be at least a hand job.
Okay.
That's not the type of crotch button.
No?
It was a wholesome thing before.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
Hands are super
smooth.
It was such a wholesome ball tap prior to this moment. But you...
No. I will work to make it up to Ruckus in whatever form he chooses, and he has chosen that form. And I will make it up to him when the time is right.
The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
The form is chosen.
Marshmallow man.
So
Nothing ignored.
So yes, I agree. I do have to make this up to you, Ruckus. Because I'm not all-powerful, and I could not save everyone. But I will make it up to you.
I'm not saying I forgive him. I'm saying I completely see why you did what you did. That's all.
Well, especially after you literally threw yourself off of the safe boat to try and intercept a rock on the way to us.
You all should be so lucky. I jumped in front of a boulder to block the ship with my body.
You jumped alongside the boulder.
If I could have hit it with my body, I would have, and you all know it.
Yes. And that's why I think you understand his choice better than you claim.
It's exactly what you did as well.
I thought the cannons would run pretty well without me. I mean, we couldn't even hit them from the direction we were facing anyways.
The sails were almost gone.
Exactly. I did, and I regret nothing.
And I don't regret obeying the order to keep going.
We are all absolved of all sin.
I didn't
No one
say
is
that.
regretful. I forgive you all. Please allow me.
Andros is going to turn and just walk out.
Andros,
Close the door very firmly behind her.
Look what you did.
You are wise with words.
It's all of us, Uzo. It's all of us. And you can cast your judgment and blame all you want at me, but you should make up with her.
The time I spend chasing Andraste down, and believe me, I am grateful for her bringing Ruckus back to us and all of the things she has done, is time spent away from chasing your friend who you probably would not have left in the water.
Is that what you think?
That is exactly what
You think I would not have let Andraste lay in the water?
Your captain, that we are racing to Saltmarsh for. I'm sorry I cannot let this go, but I have finally found a group of people who I thought I can lay my trust in. It's shattered.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Uzo. But it would not make you feel any better if we were all drowned and lying at the bottom of the sea. I'm sure you would not mind. None of us would. We would be dead.
I don't. I think, Captain, we are at an impasse here. I can sit with this, and I will go and apologize to Andraste. But I think at this point, we should keep it professional. And he holds out his hand to shake.
If you want to speak, as I said, I'm here. I value you as a first mate and as a friend. But if you need your time, Uzo, you have it. Takes his hand.
Come, Baga, let's away.
At break of day?
Vaga stays.
So he kind of slithers down.
Slithers down.
And where does he go?
He goes over to Remy's desk. Just kind of curls up on a little thing.
I don't know. That's...
Does Vagar like planstick?
Looks at you and just stares.
And Uzo points to his hand. And he walks out. I think you all see a snake bite on it. Yeah. Walks out, goes over to Andraste. Thing. I don't know where she's at.
I'm in my quarters. Yes?
It is the first mate. May I come in?
Are you here as the first mate, or are you here as Uzo? One is welcome, the other is not.
Which one opens the door to talk to you?
My friend.
Then I am here as Uzo.
Come in.
Opens the door, closes it behind. I did what I could in your room, but I did not know where things belonged, and...
No, I appreciate it. No, you got them mostly right.
What you just observed was me being completely honest about what I observed when the ship left. My feelings, my emotions. I wish I could justify it as much as everyone else. And it was not my intention to offend you. But I have to be honest to let everyone know for safety where I stand. And where I stand is that it is a sad day to know that you could not rely on friends.
I see where your feelings are coming from. And they are real and they are valid. That does not mean that they are right. And I think the better part of wisdom is examining that.
Maybe I will see that conclusion in time.
If you have the courage to face it. If you have the courage to ask those questions. And not just rely on being angry. And not just rely on being hurt. I understand that you have been through a lot in your life. I cannot begin to understand what sort of things you've been through. I've never asked, and I should. I want to know at some point. But you cannot put that on us. I would walk through fire to save you if I could. And if I couldn't, I would do everything in my power to make it so that I could. And I know Ruckus and Remy would do exactly the same. Because we are together on this. And yes, you're hurt. Because you're afraid.
Is that what that is?
I think so. You're afraid that when the chips are down, that you will be left alone. And that there will be no one there to save you.
I feel like I've forgotten that state because it's where I've existed, and you guys have given me the opportunity to forget it. But here it comes back again, the realization that it is only me, not even Baga.
The fear that it is only you. I don't think it's true. But you are afraid that it is because it has been your reality for so long. To a point, I understand. I was alone for 5 years. After my entire family was wiped out. I get it. I was afraid to get in too close to anyone because I was afraid that they would die on me again. And here I am with it having happened again.
Uzo walks over, sits next to Andraste. So what do we do? What do I do? Since this feeling is more intuitive to... Not intuitive, but you understand it more than I do.
At the end of the day, trust is a choice.
I do not fear dying or death. I fear being deceived and led down a path that I allowed myself to be tricked into.
Are you afraid of that with your patron right now?
Which is why I believe you may have sensed my untruth in the room as well.
I was going to ask you about that. In private, this sort of forced my hand.
I believed I was being led by the world serpent, and I tried to read about it and discover as much as I could in order to track down the location and help.
The true Dendar.
The true Dendar, because the being that has been communicating with me is a platinum dragon by the name of Bahamut.
You mentioned Tiamat's brother.
Freeing one frees the other.
Gods and devils and enormous dragons.
But being deceived on this plane being deceived by a god. I do not want to be manipulated again, so I attempted to find Dendar myself. I failed, but I don't know if my failure was as a result of my lack of knowledge or as a result of Bagar.
Why did Bagar bite you? I've not seen that except when that devil had possessed you.
He did not agree with my choice, but it was necessary.
Do you think that Bahamut is manipulating us?
He spoke good things about your goddess and told me how we would imprison his sister. But I think you would side with me if I didn't exactly trust it at its word.
I didn't trust Endar at their word when we thought it was just the world serpent.
But I understood its motives.
What were they?
What I had believed was that it found someone who saw this world the same way it did and did not want it to exist anymore.
I'm sorry, what?
Freeing the world serpent would have meant the end of all this. But it would also mean the end of suffering, pain.
You were leading us to unleash the death of the world. And you think that's all right?
I think you would have seen it my way.
No, I wouldn't have. I'm kind of fond of this world. Everyone that I care about is here.
Even with everything you've been through, you are still fond of this place.
Everything that I have been through has shaped me into Andraste Nialo. Everything that I have been through changed me from the child that I was, who was named Thea, to Andraste. And then losing my family changed me again. Everything is change, everything is moving. That's life. And it hurts. Yes, of course it hurts. But there's joy to be found here too. And there's not joy to be found in nothingness, to be found in silence and darkness, in that space between the worlds. There's nothing happy there. And I would not seek that. Yes, life hurts. I know that better than anyone else. But I wouldn't give it up, because there's joy here too. And that's why Lyra found me and offered me a job. Because at the end of it all, what I have endured, the pain that I have been through, the suffering that I've endured, losing everything that I have, has turned me into someone who struggles to find the good in everything. To find the joy, to find the laughter that we share. Because that is the point of life. Not the end of suffering. You can't. To end suffering is to end life. To find the joy that outweighs the suffering. So no, I would not see this world destroyed. I would not see it go dark. I would change it. I would do as I have done and join with the Emerald Enclave. To bring good against the balance of evil. And to join with the Foxy Irregulars. To do what we can. To bring our power against the darkness and the pain of this world.
Andraste, we are only but 4.
But we are 4 who are being called on by the Archdevil of Hell and a Platinum Dragon god. Chosen by gods. Yes, we're only 4 people, and to forget that is to risk being eaten by a shark. But We are people who can move and shake the world if we choose to do so. If we're not too afraid to trust. Which circles us back around to where we were. Because as I said to Remy, we are stronger when we are together. We are better when we are together. I understand your pain. And I'm not going to tell you to forgive and forget in an instant. I don't think that's possible. But try to examine your feelings and understand the core of them. You are angry, yes, but it is because you are afraid. And it's all right to be afraid.
You are right. More than justice, I am driven by anger. It's what's gotten me through. But maybe it is time that I look for another motivator. I enjoy talking to you, Andraste.
Even when it turns into a lecture? I apologize, I get a little passionate.
You remind me of someone close to me. A woman who I hope to see again.
You know I care very deeply about you, right?
Yeah.
I haven't known the three of you for very long. 3 months. Around there. Do you know how short that is in my life?
It feels like a lifetime.
It does.
Feels like a year and a half, exactly.
It does. It feels longer even than that. For me, months pass as a breath. I'm 126 years old.
I am 33. I don't have the luxury of patience. If I want to change the world, I have to do it now.
But you have the luxury of courage. And you have the luxury of trust. You do.
I don't know that I do yet, but I am willing to search.
And that's acceptable. That is more than acceptable. Feel your feelings. They're real. They're part of you. I will never, ever say don't feel what you're feeling. Hell, I ran away from the world for 5 years. After the sort of pain that I went through, I understand. Feel what you feel. But work to understand what you feel too.
Here I came to console you. And here you are, doing what you do best. Reaffirming my faith in the world. Maybe if there were more Andraste I would have looked upon life differently. But maybe we'll find some more in Saltmarsh.
Or make some more.
Or make some more.
Because I know that there are bad people in the world. There's a lot of them. I've run into a fair number of them. But there are a lot of people who, when you give them the opportunity to be good, they are.
Is this your pep talk to stay my hand from justice?
No. This is my commentary and my request. So this is my request for you, I suppose. You are someone who seeks knowledge. I see you drink up those books as if they were water to a man in the desert. With knowledge comes wisdom, and wisdom understanding. So, don't stay your hand for justice if justice is required. If something needs to be handled, it needs to be handled swiftly. But try to understand all perspectives first. Because not everyone has been through what you've been through. And not everyone's been through what I've been through. Or Remy, or Ruckus. We all have very different perspectives on the world, and we all have very different reasons why we do what we do. And I think one of the things that is the greatest about books is the ability to step into someone else's perspective for a time and understand.
Is that why I'm attracted to them?
I think so. I think you crave understanding. And it's wonderful. If more people craved understanding, who knows what the world would look like? There is more good in this world than I think you let on. There is so much good.
I will put my faith in you and hope that you are right. You know, I read a book that was talking about knowledge and wisdom, and it said, with great wisdom comes great power. I believe the author's name was Stanley Lee. It was an uncle telling his son about the world. This uncle met an ill-timed fate, but the message was very strong.
Many mentors meet untoward fates.
This is also true.
And this is the structure of stories, I'm afraid.
Is it a pattern in stories?
Oh, very much so.
Well, hopefully, the stories I tell the bards will not have the same ending.
Well, I hope so as well. But I think I know the tale that you speak of. And it also said that with power comes responsibility. Does it not?
I left that part out on purpose.
We have a lot of power. I have gained more power in 3 months working out in the world as Lyra's cleric than I did in the 5 years prior. The jump in power has been astronomical and frankly terrifying. And it is my responsibility to try and use it for good as much as I can. And sometimes it means setting a deserving person on fire. And sometimes it means pulling my own life force out to heal you. That is my responsibility. So what is the responsibility that has come with your power? I don't require an answer. I think that's something that you should think about.
I will give it a thought. I know what I've done with it, but it felt like an obligation.
I think
But still,
I think you have done many good things with it. Many people who have had everything taken from them and been given this sort of power, they would run wild with it, rampage with it, hurt people with it, and you have done everything that you can to help people with it. That's truly amazing.
Thank you. Trying to balance the power a little bit.
You've worked so hard to help those who were like you in Waterdeep. The orphanage and the jobs that you give people and trying to make things better. You have been a fire under the arses of the Harpers, and I think the Emerald Enclave. In that way, Uzo, you have shaped the world. If nothing else, than for the lives of those orphans. How many lives have passed through your orphanage who are changed because of what you did?
Uzo kind of sits on the bed with his hands, giving that a serious thought. Huh. Yes. Again, you are right, Andraste. Well,
I'm not going to say that I have all of the answers. Not by any stretch of the imagination. I am still young and impulsive and frightened all of the time. And I react sometimes in ways that aren't healthy or good. So, don't take this as a lecture. Take it as I am saying to you what I need to say to myself as well.
understood. Are we okay?
Yeah.
I will rouse the crew now and make sure that we make haste towards Saltmarsh to save Remy's friend and give some thought to your words. Thank you for them.
Of course. And thank you for listening. I know I ramble a little bit.
He walks to the door and he goes, If you see Bugger, tell him I'm sorry.
I will.
All right. He walks out, goes to ramble the crew and do the things.
All right. You exit.
Mm-hmm.
You see Clint right away. I want to jump back to the room that you two are in.
Yes.
These two, Andraste storms out, and Uzo goes afterwards. Baga goes down, goes on your desk, curls up, and looks at Uzo as Uzo leaves. As soon as he does, he looks over to you and slithers down, slithers over, comes up your leg and wraps around Kamara. Hilt.
What's he saying, Baga?
I don't know what's going on. Bagar, are you all right?
And you hear and tongue flicks.
I'm
Is that noise we
sorry.
were making yesterday?
Oh, no. But it was doing it at a hand.
And you feel yourself not part of the conversation. And it's maybe 5 minutes, and then Baga releases and goes to the door and is like, kind of looks up at the door and then looks back at you guys.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I open it.
slithers out.
Goodbye.
You close it? That was some powerful shit.
Okay, so we both saw it.
Yeah,
both saw that.
Yeah, did we?
Yes.
Bagar?
Yeah, he wrapped right around your soul.
Yeah. It's awkward
Kamara.
for me. It was awkward for me.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
Kamara.
Right.
Okay, good. No, okay, good. Yeah, speak to Kamara.
Hello.
Kumara, we have things to discuss, you and I.
I grab it. We all do.
Just the tip, Ruckus.
Yeah, I know where.
God damn it.
Hey, hi.
What was that?
So, Colton has a week on us.
That's a week. Okay.
We
We knew that from the ledger.
Right. If we, I believe, 2 shifts, you said?
Yes, day and night.
We can beat him. Or it will be close.
How do you know where he is?
How close?
Very close. The, Chimera's fast.
As is the Phoenix. I guess it'll be two mythical beasts in a race towards Captain Barton Thorn.
We'll rise again.
Oh, I like that.
Sure. In Elvish.
What was with Bagar and you?
Bagar was imparting some of that information. He speaks to
To your boss?
Yes, to the boss.
Your boss?
Yes.
Could you say the name of your boss just one more time for me, please? I'd
Yes,
love to hear it.
it
So
is-
much sword.
Yeah.
Son of a...
You know who it is.
Do I?
I couldn't read his lips.
I'm so confused what we know at this
Ruckus, you
point.
know who it is.
I'm gonna say it. It's Behemoth. Did he act? That came out of my mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason we can say it.
Okay. It's Behemoth. I mean, I couldn't read the sword's lips, but I assume that's what I've heard.
Doesn't have lips. Sorry.
I know.
It gave me a very weird visual for a second.
But if we
He's getting animated.
went to a blacksmith, maybe I...
Nope.
Steven Steel.
They are not going to touch you.
Grumble, awaken it.
Can what?
Grumble, awaken myself.
Oh!
She's already pretty
Do
awake.
not. Do not.
Yes.
I do not want the curse of alacrity. I believe she may be open lord soon.
That powerful.
You're shitting me.
Why did Bahamut send us instead of Alacrity?
Seriously.
She's the real protagonist.
Yeah,
It's like a Superman.
this is an origin story.
We're all just the mentor characters to Alacrity. We're all going to die, and then Alacrity will keep going.
Alacrity's the big bad evil guy of campaign 2.
There it
I'm
is.
sorry, I ruined it. It's over. Right. Bagar will have words for Uzo, I am sure.
Who is Bagar? I don't understand.
Bagar is... And again, nothing comes out.
Ruckus?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, Bagar's a snake. Just say that, sword. Bagar's a snake.
Bagar is a...
Clench a little tighter on the tip. Is a snake.
A serpent, maybe?
Serpent?
Is it-
Reptile? You can't be this specific.
I am sorry.
It's
That's-
okay.
It's not the least surprising thing. It's pretty awesome. I'm just saying, there's a lot of surprises in this 24 hours.
The imprisonment is very powerful.
Okay.
However, Uzo, I believe, is... I don't know. He's angry.
Uzo will do what Uzo does.
Right.
How many times has Uzo stormed off and left us in his anger? I'm sure it will pass at some point.
We make haste. We will make it to Saltmarsh. From what I understand, that is your next
Yes.
goal, your next task, your next level of power.
Saltmarsh.
Saltmarsh.
Well,
That is what Dendar. To save your friend is a bonus.
It is not a bonus to me, Kumara. It is very serious business.
Then maybe the level of power is the bonus.
Indeed. Well put. Well, we should see what Uzo has gotten from the crew and the new visitors.
I'll tell you one thing. My quest is strength. But it's important. I'm gonna let go of Kimura. Yeah, we should talk to Uzo. We really need to.
Hold on, just real quick. Your quest is strength? I thought your quest was revenge.
Well, it was before that dinner. It's still revenge. I just need to find out who lit the match that burned my family down.
Well then,
And if it's not Asmodeus, well, it's those clumsy workers from the cult of Mammon.
what we do know is that you told us about the map was sold from your parents to these people.
Mm-hmm.
And that map ended up in the hands of the cult of Mammon. So I think it's pretty clear that the cult of Mammon is who killed your parents and is after you. And we will pursue that.
We'll burn them to the ground this time.
Yes, we will.
But together.
We will light our plan sticks in the embers.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to revel in that. But we can't do that alone. Disjointed. You know me. If I'm saying it, come on. I love being disjointed.
No, I've seen your fingers.
Thank you. They really helped me with the holding of flambosh and the tip.
I noticed. Definitely done.
Oh, Lord.
The point.
The tip.
The tip. We need to make sure all of us are working in unison.
I have watched Uzo perform his duties. He's getting quite good at it.
I don't doubt that.
If he tells me that he can work with me until he's ready, I trust him. We will be together. And maybe throughout all that, maybe he just might see that I am his friend.
I get that sense. That helps.
Well,
but
your senses have always been so keen.
I'm smarter than you think.
It's true.
It is quite uncanny at times.
Very uncanny. But if you saw it from my perspective, I think jumping right in front of it meant nothing. It was no different than jumping in front of any other threat that any of us have done before. A boulder. A lich.
Well,
Blitch. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
that's right. But perhaps we make sure we're ready for the next boulder that comes our way, yes?
I couldn't agree more. Can't wait for the next plant stick.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a walk around the ship.
Yes, I'll be around as well. It's very good to have you back, friend. I can't wait to kill those bastards with you.
I need to revel in some kind of vengeance right now. Clear my mind. Alright. Keep the door.
After Uzo and I were done talking, I would have headed up to the helm.
I wanted to say
Start getting ready.
I had a smile as I was leaving, but it kind of faded the second I turned my back and left.
Okay.
And I wanted to...
Perception check.
Uzo's not in the immediate area of where I'm at right now?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
14.
my eyes are out for that. What do I roll or no?
Stealth? Deception?
Performance.
Performance, maybe?
Performance? Whichever one's higher.
Okay.
Of those three, whichever one's higher.
Performance is 1, stealth 0. What was the other one? Performance, stealth,
Deception.
deception. +1. Oh, okay. So
It's all 13.
performance, yeah, 13.
Okay.
You got an
be at
insight check.
So just as he leaves, you see that moment where he turns and he's smiling, then it fades and he goes out the door.
I just kind of note that, turn to Winthorpe, and just go, we should keep an eye on him. Yes? Yes.
All right. And that is where we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Wow, that was so great, you guys.
Wow. These two, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Pulled the Uzo from a dark place.
Yeah.
Well done.
It really freaked me out to find out that he was like, yeah, no, burn the world down. It's fine. I was just
Bring
like,
on the world serpent, man.
no, hold on.
I want to hear that world serpent's opinion on this.
Just listen to his pitch. That's all I'm saying.
So before we get too far into wrapping up tonight, we want to thank Durg 14th, who gave us 500 bits for the role play. So that is,
Thank
I'm going to
you.
just keep it on this side for now. That is to the players, but it's the end of the show. And also 100 bits from Joseph of Lucy's Goose, completed by the Hefner, for another 500 bits.
Thank you so much.
That gives us, actually, I should give you one of these, right? How many do you
I
have
don't
over
think
there?
so, actually, because we've got 6 on this
4,
side.
Oh my God, you have 6?
Right?
So that
So we've
is
got
going
3
to
from
be
this side that'll.
3 from over there, 3 from over here.
No.
That is going
1, 2,
to
3, 4.
trigger the buoy.
Cool.
Hey!
So we are going to have
boy.
a Gale Force 9 giveaway.
Not Saturday because we're
Not
at
Saturday because
DenverCon.
we're not playing. Maybe we should do it tomorrow during Arkham Horror.
Damn.
Could do it on natural one.
They give away too much there. So we should wait till next
They
Tuesday.
get the benefit of being at the beginning of the week.
That's true.
You.
So here's the deal. Tomorrow, we are going to be playing Arkham Horror, the living card game, on a board game set, which is on that side. And we're going to give away a Gale Force 9
Neat.
deck of your choice on that show. So
Come watch to win.
come watch. We're going to start 6:30-ish. It is the behind-the-scenes stream of our YouTube recording, is what we call. So we do have the chat up. We do see it. We do comment. We try and keep it pretty game-focused. But tomorrow we're going to be giving one of these away at some point during the night. So come on by. Thank you guys for the bits. Thank you for joining
Thank
us
you so
for the
much.
first time. All of our content is on YouTube. It is available on podcast as well, so you can drive and not watch. Just don't drive and watch.
I have
Watch
no
and watch.
idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I missed that.
What's the big Tesla screen for if I can't watch? I can't watch TV while I drive.
You can play games.
Oh my God!
What is that screen for?
In China. Oh, and I was in Korea.
Oh.
Cab driver watching TV for an hour driving us around.
But it was
He's
bumper to
watching
bumper traffic, I assume.
No, we were on a
Wow.
freeway.
You're just like zooming.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, I'm like, really?
Harrowing.
You're just watching. It's built in. You're watching TV. All right.
I've seen terrible Uber drivers. That,
That's,
I guess it's universal.
That's almost as crazy as throwing yourself in front of a bull.
Oh, that is-
Isn't
all right.
that
For your
right?
So again, thank you for joining us. Be sure to check everything out. Tomorrow we're going to be giving that away on Arkham Horror, the living card game, featuring Tiana, myself, Amy, and Ezra.
Woot.
There's only EZRA. There wasn't an extra syllable that I just added.
Ezra.
Yeah, there's not an extra E in there. So that is going to wrap it up. Thank you. The awesome role play. So good. We are on the high seas. We have a mission. We're going. We'll do a little bit of role play, but we will skip ahead some days to move the story along.
Yeah.
Join us next week to see what happens.
We roll for a tavern in the orphanage.
You will roll for
Let's do it.
tavern.
Better.
Do you want to just?
No.
No, we'll save it.
Yeah. We'll save the tavern.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't get to be there.
Yeah. Wait, no, not if it's next Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
Next Tuesday we're off.
Let's
Yeah.
wait till Aaron's
Oh
up.
boy,
then-
yeah. Oh.
Next Tuesday
accept the
we're
punishment.
off.
Next Tuesday we're
Haven't
gonna be
I
off.
died?
Oh, that is amazing. That gives me so much more time. I love it.
Shit.
But we are not off next Monday.
Next Monday is
Correct.
next Monday we're coming back. The trial of Sen of Uzlium.
Yes.
Sen versus the Oozlium.
Right, it is.
Isn't that? Is that
Yeah,
the proper?
yeah.
Send
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sen versus the volcano. Got it. All right.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
You really do like that movie.
Well, I say that I like that movie because it's fun to.
You referenced it twice in a week.
Cloud Atlas?
I might have to. Oh, stop. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night.